Are we live? It looks like we are. Good greetings, everybody. Welcome. I'm Rusty Dog, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. It has been a month and 11 days since I flew in the sim, so you will excuse me if I'm a little bit rusty. Yes, today we are flying Turkish Airlines from Cairo in Egypt here to Adana in Turkey. The block time is 1 hour 45 minutes, so it's probably going to be around a 1 hour 30 flight, which sits well with me. Whoa, hello. Right, so you'll notice there's no other planes at the airport at the moment. That's because I haven't invoked Beyond ATC yet to put the other planes in. And when the other planes do arrive, there will be no wheels because there's a bug there we can't sort out. So this is the plane we're going to be flying out on today. The Airbus A321, and it has the sharklet fin, not chocolate, sharklet, like small sharks. The sharklet fin wings here. And yeah, slightly longer than the A320, considerably when you look inside. Well, let me see if I can get inside here. There you go. As you can see, it's much longer than you would expect in the A320. That's all the way down looking to the cockpit there, so let's just jump over. Alright, so we have a cold and dark startup, and hopefully everything's going okay. I can't actually move the cockpit at the moment. What the hell? Can we try again? No! Guys, my cockpit's stuck. And my mouse is on screen and everything. What's going on? Hold on. Hold on. Let me come out to here. Okay. And I can look around. Yeah. And we go back in. Arg. Is it this? I think maybe. I hope. I don't know. It's not that actually. The momentum doesn't really count for anything. Okay. Something's come back. We can move around. All right. Okay, so we haven't got the SimBrief flight generated yet, so let's do that. And once we do that, we can then pop it into Beyond ATC and get that going, and then we can start talking to the ATC. Right, let me see then. We have a direct route out. Okay, fair enough, but we do have a star coming in. Let me see, that looks okay. All right, let's get Beyond ATC fired up, which you can now talk to more naturally. Yeah, it might not respond to you if you ask it what your favorite pizza is, connected, but it will talk to you. All right, so we're just loading in the details. In the meantime, let's get the plane fired up. So batteries on. External power on, which should start the air conditioning. Nav, GPS on, cruise supply on, flight recorder on, which it's going to be anyway. It's not something you can really turn off. Arming the exits, and let's get the, oops, wrong light. The nav light on. I like to put the wing light on. Strobe into the auto position. And I think that's it for the moment. Yeah, that's all I need to do up there for the moment. Okay, so frame rates, I've had better. So just waiting for all the instruments to run through their cycle. We'll just let them do that and clear all the faults and stuff. And then we'll get things going. No livestock. Yep, we're not carrying any sheep or pigs. I'm pretty sure that's not what it means. If dot, it says dot if, is that dot if no live stock. Aft isolation valve. There we go. Fuel on board below 3 tons. Yeah, we'll fix that. And also alignment in just over 7 minutes. Parking brake is on. TCAS is on standby. Okay, yeah, the fuel, we'll have to get that sorted, which we will. I'm debating whether to do GSX for passenger loading or not. Let me just see if we have other aircraft injected. Yeah, there we go. But they don't have wheels. Oh, maybe, do they? Maybe they do. Did I fix that? They do have wheels. Oh, great. Okay. Alright, oh, this looks like a 100th anniversary plane. Okay, I didn't realize I had that. Just noticed it. Okay, let's go and load up the sim brief plan here. Apparently we're 11 minutes overdue, which is weird. I've just generated the flight, but okay. Let's take a look at the weather here. Wow, it's a hot one, guys. 27 degrees here, cooling to 10 overnight. Air pressure is 1012, but we'll confirm that with air traffic in a minute. Arriving at Turkey, the weather is still warm, 25 degrees there. Visibility is decent. It looks good. It looks alright. It looks like we're going to have a nice clear flight. Okay. I don't mind a bit of rain, but, you know. And here's the route, guys. This is the route we're going to be taking today. So leaving Cairo in Egypt and heading to Adana in Turkey. And this is our flight route for anybody interested in that. This will be represented in the flight computer in a moment. So, ground services, we have the GPU and the chocks connected. Mass and balance, well, we're going to have to load the aircraft in a minute so we get the right amount of fuel in, because it's having a whinge right now that we don't have enough. Yeah, fuel on board below 3 tons, so that's not good. Alright, let's go to the company message and pick that up. So, Atsu and AOC, and receive messages, and there's the load sheet. I'm guessing there's going to be more than one of these at the moment. Alright, so initializing, let's bring in the sim brief flight plan from here. And the flight number today is, it's Turkey Airlines. I don't know what my name, my caller ID is going to be. What's it called again? Yeah, that. I don't know. My flight name. A call sign. There you go. Couldn't get the word into my head. I don't know what my call sign is going to be today. Cost index today is, when I find it, 54. Wow. Okay. And the cruising altitude today is going to be only 34,000 feet. Can I get that zero? Okay. And let's load up the wind information for the climb. This also does, I believe it does load the wind information for the descent as well. So that's all in. So that's all the wind information as we climb up through the altitudes. Lovely, lovely. Okay, flight plan. Of course there's a discontinuity because we don't have it all plugged in yet. I believe we're flying direct out to CBO. This is where we're going to have this line there. We're just taking off and we're going to be just manually making our way up. Well, kind of manually. We're just flying direct to it, which is fine. So, it doesn't know what runway we're going out on yet. So let me just confirm, passenger count 230. Yep, it is a large aircraft. We have 3,000. I'm just checking this with my flight plan. So cargo 3,450, and the planned fuel is just under 8 tons. We've got 3 in the tanks right now. So this is it now. When we go to load aircraft, do we do it let's load the aircraft and let's do boarding only rather than, yeah, load the fuel instantly please, and also send that to the MCDU. So now we should have the correct fuel on board. There it is. Once we get the APU running, we're going to be burning off a little bit of that, but it'll be fine. So I don't know what's happening outside, if that jetway is going to move, if passengers are going to come. Is this our catering truck? Oh Jesus, it's going to have to load the sandwiches up first then. Yeah, we're having food delivered. Oh, I thought it was going to do the passengers, but at least we have a see-through jetway. So once it does connect with the aircraft, we'll be able to see passengers walking onto the plane, hopefully without them floating either above the ground or below it, because that can happen. Yeah, so okay, so they're loading up the food. Fair enough. Courtesy of Egypt Air. Good morning, Elliot's vlog. How are you, sir? And how's your vlogging going? Do you actually do a vlog? Do you have a vlog channel? And if so, what are you vlogging? Or is it just a name? Right, I'm going to tune into the ATIS, guys, in the meantime, while all this food is loaded, because I just want to confirm the air pressure, which we think is 1012, but I need to have it confirmed. So let's go and do that.
Land and depart in the runway 05 center, 05 right.
Okay, so this is a
Transition level 060.
this is an Egypt accent.
Our short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information, Oscar.
Oscar. Okay. Oscar. Information, Oscar.
Cairo report information, Oscar. 121 at Zulu. Wind 32586. Temperature 27. Duba wind 10.
Come on.
Q in X1012.
Yep, 1012. Confirmed.
05 right.
Okay, we're going to switch over to the clearance now, and I'm going to have a chit chat with them. Oh, so our call sign today, by the way, whatever this means, is Virpil. Virpil. I have to say that the whole time now. I used to vlog, but now I game. Thanks for asking. Oh, cool. Yeah, vlogging's good if you've got something, you know, that you can keep up doing and everything. It can be quite interesting.
Ready for IFR clearance to Sharm El Sheikh.
Somebody asking for a mic check. I have to just wait
Cairo
for that.
006. Take Briefly DD3. Expect runway 05 center.
So first thing we have to do is get IFR clearance. Looks like the GPS is online. It is.
626.
I love the new GPSs in the more modern aircraft like the Airbus 350. Oh, wow, it looks nice. It's all graphics. Oh, you can see the airport and all the graphics and everything. We have to fly that, guys, the Airbus 350. I do have it. I'm just learning how to fly it.
006.
Oh, now we've got traffic.
Cairo.
I'm not going to get a word in edgeways now, am I?
Contact Grand 121.9 when ready for a start.
Oh, okay, Elliot. I thought it was like, you know, you're going out and about and maybe vlogging your adventures and stuff.
Cairo 006.
Oh, okay, I got you now. I got you. Cairo delivery. This is Virpil 2627 requesting IFR clearance with information, Oscar. I said that the wrong way around, but I hope I got it. I hope I got it in there. I said it the wrong way around. As I said,
Settle by to 626. Cairo briefly DD3.
it got it.
For information, Oscar. Expect runway 05 right.
Yep, 05 right is what we want.
Runway center lane. Then expect radar sector.
Okay.
Squawk 6564.
So we've been cleared up to, in case you didn't understand any of that, we were cleared up to 6,000 feet on initial climb, and our squawk is, hold on. Roger, expect runway 05 right, altitude clearance 6,000 feet, radar vectors DEGDI, squawk 6564. Did she say DEGDI? I didn't pay attention. She's not going to clear that, is she? Oh, she did. Okay, cool. So squawk 6564, let's get that in.
For the pushback, our engine start.
Roger, we'll contact ground on 121.90 when ready for pushback. So 6564 is the squawk. Okay, let's, oh, damn it. 6564, and let's get that on. Okay, that should get rid of the message, the TCAS message on here, and it has, so now it's just the parking brake. Oh, it looks like the jetway's connected. Do we have peoples? Are there peoples, guys? Are there peoples? And if so, where are these peoples? I haven't... Well, I have updated GSX, but not for maybe a week or so. I can't remember where... Sometimes with the Fenix Airlines, when you update GSX, you have to disable the feature that allows the passengers to come on and then re-enable again. I know I didn't do that. So, I don't know... I actually think my cabin door is open, so... Yeah, it is. Okay, well, there's Tanya. I can recognize her from certain angles. It doesn't look like anyone's getting on board yet. What? Oh, okay. We have people coming now. It'd be nice. Oh, there they are. Hello. Do enjoy your flight. Oh God, yeah, these people, they're not on a hurry up, and we've got 230 people to get on board today. Oh jeez. Come on, people, get a move on. Nobody with any carry-on luggage? Actually, oh yeah, got a guy there with a blue suitcase. That'll go in the overhead compartment. Here he comes. Oh man, it's going to take a while. Take your seats, people, take your seats. Right, for security I need to close that door. Right, okay, let's concentrate then. We have a flight plan to file. So, we are flying out, confirmed, on runway 05R. There are no SIDS, that is correct. We are flying straight to here, and there's going to be a discontinuity in the flight, isn't there? I wonder if we can just clear that, and that should connect. Oh, look at this. Look at this now. We're going to go around and then just go up that way. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's going to work. No, I think what I'll do is I'll manually fly it over into... Oh my God. What is this? Is this CVO? Is this the CVO marker? I'll check it later. If it is, we'll just delete it from the flight plan and just fly straight to Degdi, because this is not... The plane ain't going to do this. It's not going to do this. It needs to be on this line. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of this CVO thing. So 1844 is the marker straight off the runway, so that's here, so that's fine. But this CVO, I think that's that point. We'll check it in a minute anyway. Obviously, that's not going to be... The plane is not physically going to be able to do that. Oh, I used to vlog day adventures. Not enough used to keep that going. Oh, really? Okay. Cool to do, though. But yeah. Right, so ILS Zulu. Oh, when's the... Whoa, go back. I selected the wrong thing there. How do I go back? Okay. No! Oh. I'll have to insert it. We have to change this. This is wrong. We are arriving, hopefully, we've been designated runway 23. I'm hoping we'll be able to stay on that one. Do we? Oh, it's not ILS either.
Continue taxi فايلين تنركو سياج.
Okay.
Cross runway 05 center اترين. Continue taxi فايلين.
We don't have an ILS runway 23.
Saudi 417
Okay. So I guess it's here. Right. That's going to be fun flying that one in, and it's YAP Z1F. There are no transitions, and let's go and insert that. Yeah, so flying into where's the route? YAP Z1F here, but runway 23 is not ILS, so we're going to have to land without a glide slope, which is no problem. We'll just tell the plane to sink into the ground, and I'll take over before it does that. That's the only way to do it. Well, it is for me anyway. I'll just tell the plane to just, you know, go down to the ground basically, and then I'll take over. Okay, let's take a look at the plan, because certainly there is something a little bit missing here. Right, so this is the CVO point. Okay, obviously we're not going to make that. That's ridiculous. That would be fine if we were taking off from this way. We still wouldn't make it, I don't think. We'd have to curl around like this. But from this, I don't know why it's assigned that waypoint, because it's just clearly not even a thing. But let's step through, and there's the next point, Degdi. So what we're going to do to clean this up, because this is nonsense, is we're going to clear CVO, and hopefully, why hasn't it shown me the temporary line when that's cleared? Doesn't it normally do that? Doesn't it now show a yellow dotted line to show the new... Alright, let's insert it and see what it does. Give it a second. Oh, now it's a continuity. Fantastic. So let's clear the discontinuity as well. There you go, there's the yellow line. Okay, so can we go back to the original flight plan? Oh, that looks nicer, doesn't it? Okay. Right, so can we just step through, make sure that everything else is okay? So straight to Degdi. That's actually quite a way off. I think what happens on this flight as well is we're going to be flying over Cyprus as well. So there's going to be some sea, Cyprus, a little bit more sea, and then we're going to be landing. That looks okay. Straight in. Okay. And our final altitude, our final constraint altitude, not that it's going to matter on this one, but okay. Setting it to 5,000 there. So yeah, 113 is the height, the runway elevation in Turkey. So I'm going to be setting the plane to drop down to 100 feet at the end. If I don't disengage autopilot, it'll slam into the ground. So just hope I'm conscious for that moment. Alright, so let's get back into the init page then, and we'll go to page number 2, and we've got to put this back onto the arc now. Alright, so The block fuel is 7.9. We have quite a bit of extra. Wow. Okay. So I think we've got 2.7 tons of extra fuel, and that looks like it's equating. Is that 119 minutes of fuel, or is that an hour and 19? Looks like minutes, doesn't it? Because there would be a colon marker there, surely. Well, maybe it's 1 hour 22 trip time, yeah. Maybe that is 1 hour 19. Anyway, we have got plenty of fuel if we can't land where we're supposed to be landing. But we will. Okay, performance then. Let's get that calculated. So, here we want the departure performance. So we are cleared on runway 05R. That's what we've been designated anyway. The runway is dry. We want optimal flap configuration. We don't force toga. It's too warm to anti-ice. Packs will be on. Let's get the takeoff weight and let's synchronize the weather. I don't think it's changed. It hasn't. Okay. Right. I find this screen quite dark, you know. But okay. We can send this to the MCDU. We don't have to actually type it all in, and we do that here. There we go. So that should fill this in now. I could have filled it in manually, but it's fine. So flaps 2 is what we're going to be on. I'll have to remember that. And the pitch. Oops, hold on. Oh, I've got to get my trim. Yeah, the pitch trim is the word I was looking for. Man, I am rusty today. Yeah, so that we're pitching up. We have a deviation of 0.7. That's fine. And this is our throttle reduction. From what? I don't know. But there we go. Right. I don't know how many passengers are on board at the moment. Does it even tell us? I think it does. If we go back here. Go to mass and balance. We have 115 passengers, because normally we get a little dialogue coming up on the screen here to let us know the progress, but you can see with the red dots, seats are indeed filling up. So I could start preparations now for the plane. We're going to have plenty of fuel left over, so I think what we can do is start the APU now, because we will burn off a little bit of fuel, but it's not going to matter, because as I said, we have absolutely plenty of it. So let's get the APU on. So fuel pumps going on. I was going to fly the Boeing today, the 737, but that would have meant yeah, snacks, of course. That would have meant going into Flight Sim 2020, and I was going to, but in the end I decided not to. Right, so we're going to get the no smoking and the seatbelt signs on, and let's get the APU fired. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so that should start the little bum hole here should start to heat up. It'll take a little while just to get it all spun up. Okay. We don't need to contact Beyond ATC for a little while. Not until we need the pushback. I noticed the lack of traffic though. I'm not hearing anything from the radios. It's been a while since we heard something. Okay, APU. So this is basically just the plane's internal generator, which will provide the power to start the engines up. We can do it from the external power, but this is obviously better. Okay, well, that's getting hot now, so let's get back on board. And we're okay now, I think. Right, APU bleed I'll put on just before engine start. And what else? I don't think there's anything else. It's really a simple plane, this, compared to the... oh, let me just test out my lights. Yep. Okay, lovely. We won't need the runway turn off lights because visibility is really good and it's daytime, so we're cool. Right, what do we have here? APU is now available, parking brake is on, seat belts and no smoking is on. I think, I'm not sure, but I think if we switch that from auto to on, does it remove it off here? No, it doesn't. Okay. Alright. I think we're ready, guys. I think we're ready for pushback. Yeah, there's nothing else left here. Oh, we can have a look at the distance to not as we're flying, but as the crow flies to our airport that we're going to, LTAF. Because as we fly, obviously we're going a little bit left, a little bit to the right. So as the crow flies, it's 455 nautical miles at a bearing of 19 degrees. We are pointing there, so it's basically 19. That'd be 30, 20. You can't see it, but it's, yeah, the airport's over there somewhere. All right. So do we have equal pressures on both sides? No, we don't. I'm not quite sure why that hasn't come up as an error on here, because normally it does. When the co-pilot side doesn't meet the captain side, that's weird, but okay, sure. Okay, I want to put the constraints on. Come on. There we go. And drop this down to 10 just before the takeoff. So we know that we've been cleared to 6. We can do that. I believe that's it. Alright guys, here we go then. Cairo ground, this is Virpil 2627 requesting push and start. Oh.
Virpil 2627 Cairo ground, pushback and engine start improve. Face south.
Face south, okay. Give me a second. Get rid of the GPU, get rid of the chocks. Oh, have we not got everybody on board yet? Let me close, the cargo's done.
Virpil 2627 Cairo ground.
What? People are still boarding? Cairo ground, this is Virpil 2627. Can I cancel that request? I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Oh, I don't know. Let me. It's talking to somebody else right now. I thought everybody was on board. How long is this going to take? How is it going to start pushing me back when the passengers are still? Okay, it looks like it has cancelled the request, but the next thing is to request taxi to runway. Information P is now current, so that is... What's P, guys? P is Papa. Okay. Oh, come on, people. The pushback hasn't started, right? No. No, it hasn't. Okay, we're going to have to initialize that manually then. Oh, and we have to face south, so is this working now? They did have the map coming up on the screen, but I don't know, it disappeared again. So north, so we need to face south. In other words, basically nose to the right, because this is the only runway. And whoops, I didn't mean to go in that much. And why is everybody looking at me? And this is runway 5 down here. So, oh, that's runway 5 center. Where the hell's 5 right? There it is. Okay, so we're going to be instructed to go along this taxiway, cross the runway. We might be told to wait if there's a plane coming. But are we going to exit here? Or is it going to make us exit here and then go across here? Yeah, it's going to do that, isn't it? So we're here. It's going to make us go down here, across, down. No, sorry, where am I going? It's going to make us go down here, across, and then along here, down, cross runway 5C, and then onto runway 5 right. Oh, okay. Well, so be it. That's going to be a long call out. When we ask it for taxi instructions, that's going to be quite a long call out. Looking forward to it. Right, so we are burning off a little bit of... Oh, actually the fuel on board is still the same. Right, so anything else I need to check before the passengers are all on board? Is my sandwich tray working? It is. Good. I'll have my sandwiches and a cup of tea off that later. It's supposed to be for making notes. You can eat off it. Of course you can. Why not? Why not? Okay, it looks like it's loaded, and the jetway then will be clearing. Bye-bye, jetway. Bye-bye. You can go now. It is supposed to go on its own. Please go. The door has closed. Why are you still attached to me? I can force it if I have to. It should really be doing it. It's short-staffed, yeah. It should be doing this automatically, really. Hello, jetway, wake up. The doors are closed, everybody's on board, except we have a little... Is this vent flap for the APU? I'm not sure. Right, I'm not waiting any longer for this. Let's see if we can toggle it here. Oh, God, jeez. It looks like we're moving, doesn't it? I hate that. It's a weird... Is there a thing for that effect? You know, when you're in a train and there's another one next to you, and there's movement, and it's the other train, but you think it's you. There must be a name for that effect. the gotcha effect. Okay, so we're gonna have to do the pushback manual, because we've got past that phase on the thing now.
Ramp 313 Hotel Toglim. حاول تشاور runway 05 Centaur Egypt 682.
Departure clearance requested. Yeah, I've already done that. So can you just get on it, please? Here she comes, just a walking down the runway, singing. Two of them. Come on, sweetheart, let's go. They're twins, by the way. All right. So yeah, weather looks good, and if I can show you the flight on the map here, one moment. Okay, so this is my sim brief flight plan, and as you can see, we're going to be flying out from Cairo here. We've seen the pyramids, we've done the Sphinx, and we've visited the Pizza Hut next door, and we're going to go up and across here. We're going to go just briefly over Cyprus, and I believe that's Cyprus, right, Nicosia? Yes? Yeah, because that is Cyprus, it has to be, unless I'm geographically stupid now. And then we're going to be flying into Turkey and across into Adana right here. That's the flight. The Sea of Crete. Mediterranean. Wow, that Mediterranean does stretch around a long part, doesn't it? Wow. Okay, we want to go nose to the right, please. Okay, I'll try and do that manual here.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, good old Will. It's a little bit hazy, is it? I don't know, it looks a little bit hazy in the distance there, but visibility is really, really good, we've been told.
Continue taxi حيلين تنسكو CS.
I don't know if you can notice just the end of the wings just having a little bit of a flap, a little bit of a flex when there's a bump. Okay, let's get the engine started up then. So, APU bleed on, because otherwise it's not going to work. And let's start engine number 2. So this is this one we're looking at right now. That's N1 that you're hearing, or N2, can't remember. And then there's the other N, the fan. Which way round is it? I've forgotten. I love those runway markings here getting reflected into the body. Look at that. Yeah, which one is it? We're running the IAE engines on this, not the CFMs. Right, so...
Please set parking brakes.
Right, so N1 is your jets, your thrusters at the back, and N2 is which it doesn't show on this one, it's APR. Oh, there it is, N2. It is the fans. I think I've got that the right way around.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Oh, did we get it? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, yeah, you see it says available? Perfect. Right, engine uno. Let's get that thing fired. Nose wheel steering disconnected. It is because it's connected. Oh man, that is a bit misty. What was the visibility? I thought it was really good. Let me have a look at the weather. Oops. No, I am in the right place. Okay. Is this what it is? Yeah, 6 miles visibility. That's not perfect then, is it? Okay. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Nice though. The effect looks really good, doesn't it? The hazing looks very, very nice. It looks like the second engine is settled in as well. Yep, it has. Alright, I will confirm my engine start. Otherwise, if I don't, it won't disconnect the
cockpit to ground. We have a
tug.
engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, so now we've got the engines on, we can disconnect the APU. Don't need that anymore. And the APU bleed can come off as well. And now we want to go taxi. And visibility is good for us. I didn't put the beacon light on because I'm an idiot. You're supposed to put that on before you start the engines because it is a warning to everybody that the engines are about to start. I think that's the 3rd time in a row now I've forgotten that. Very typical. Alright, also, now the engines are on, we can set the flaps to position 2. Do we have a view out for that one? So,
Left is
1
clear, right is clear.
and 2. So flaps going into position 2 now. I love that low hum that you get. Listen. From within the cockpit. How do I know where to go to navigate this stuff? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, no pun intended, but I'm winging it. No. I don't know. It's just a procedure you get used to, I suppose. Right, so it's telling me the APU is available. That should disappear when we take off. I don't need it now. We won't need it in the air either. We have a company message, predicted wind shear is off. I'll put that on right now. And the parking brake is on as it should be. Okay, I don't know why these need to stay. I mean, the seat belts will be coming off once we stabilize the flight. Okay, let's get the company message out of the way so it's not hanging around on the screen. And then we'll request the taxi instructions. That's another load sheet. There should be another one as well from the airline, Turkish Airlines operations. So we should be waiting for that one as well. I don't know when that comes. But all right, so we have that. We've got predicted wind shear, which we need to put on. That's here. Okay, that's that. And now we've just got the parking brake. So these are the pre-takeoff checklists, which we'll go through shortly. And that's it. I am a happy captain. All right. Cairo ground, this is Virpil 2627 requesting taxi to runway 05 right. Let me just sit back in my seat properly.
Virpil 262 safe, runway 05 right taxi في سير تنركو روميو فوكسترو.
Roger, taxi to runway 05 right via Sierra, Tango, Romeo, Foxtrot. Virpil 2627, thank you. Awesome, we're cleared. So first taxiway is Sierra. You know, I haven't done any of my arrival. I've done none of my arrival information yet. I'll do that when I'm in the air then. I have no idea about the runway heading, what we're going to be landing on. Also the runway elevation, the decision altitude. I have no idea. We have plenty of time when we're in the air to do that. Hey Andy, how you doing? Yeah, choose my own, I know. Could do that. That'll piss them off. Alright, so let's start taxiing then. So, parking brake released. And let's get going. So don't worry, I know the way. I have a map that shows me the taxi routes. I thought my throttle wasn't working for a moment there because I couldn't initially get the momentum going. Once the momentum's going, I can just ease back on the throttle just a little. And I will try not to miss any of the turn-offs. It is a little bit hazy here, but hopefully, I know we're in Egypt, but I hope it's not going to be too sandy. Alright, so it's not this turn-off we want, it's the next one. So we're not turning here. It should be the next one. It's not marked though. It's Sierra going to Tango and then Romeo, right? I don't know, I don't have it on screen, but I think it is. But there's no markings here. Right, so we're turning here, so let's just back off the plane a little. Yeah, normally I have my arrival procedures all calculated as well by now, but I haven't done that, so we'll do it. We've got plenty of time in the air to do that. So what am I looking at now? 29 frames per second, 28. That'll increase a lot once we get in the air, hopefully into the 30s, 40s. Look at that Emirates plane. Egypt Air. Oh, I could have flown Egypt Air. I decided because sometimes when I'm flying, I'm either flying the airline from the place I'm taking off from. Whoops. Not concentrating. Or I'm flying the airline to where I'm going to, which is what I'm doing in this case. Obviously, as we're flying to Turkey, I'm in the Turkish Airlines flight. I just missed my turn off, guys. I was too busy talking. Don't worry, air traffic control they won't see anything. They won't see it. Yeah, Turkey. Apparently it's dry. It's dry in Turkey. Yeah. Just when it rains gravy. Okay, come on, plane, pick up speed. It's getting that momentum going, isn't it? Because it's a heavy plane, this one. Little bit. I can't remember how much longer it is than the A320, but it is a little bit. Now, they may ask us to hold at runway 5 center because obvious reasons. There might be a plane on it. It doesn't look like there's too much activity from Cairo today, so. These planes are apparently, it's not live traffic as such, because of the way Beyond ATC can handle this. It's more like these are planes that it is a reality, as a simulation of reality. So in other words, the planes you see right now on the at the airport here and what they're doing is actually what they have done, but it may have been from yesterday or the day before or the day before that or maybe last week, but it was live information at the time. So we haven't been told to pause at runway 05 center, so obviously nothing coming. Sometimes if it's a busy airport we might get told to wait while there's planes taking off, and then we'll be cleared to go. Does this look soily or sandy to you? It would be a bit dodgy to have a load of sand on the runway though. But yeah, this terrain looks like if there was a fair breeze it would very much blow across, like you'd have low visibility, right? No, I'm not saying a sandstorm, but yeah, I don't know how far away the pyramids are from here either. I don't think we're going to be, well, no, we might fly over them. I don't think so. But I have no idea. If we had a small aircraft, we could certainly fly over the pyramids, or even land near them. Okay, so we just got to go down here to the end and then take a right, and then we'll be on the holding point for the runway, and then we'll get the pre-flight checklists, pre-takeoff checklist done, and then that's it, we'll go. There's not a lot of activity here, so gaining takeoff clearance isn't going to be a big issue. So we're going to turn right here. The weather is live, but the airport traffic, not quite. But as I said, it's live from, it's historical data, but it's still true to life. It's just that we're not in the same day as the other traffic is. But Beyond ATC, you say, it controls all of the traffic, and it does that based on the current weather and the current winds, which will be different from what they were on the day these planes flew out. So it doesn't work for Beyond ATC to alter any of that, right, from live data, because it wouldn't be live anymore. So it doesn't really quite work that way, so we have to have it like this. It is impressive, yeah. All right, let me just put the brake on. And right, auto brakes obviously set to max, and spoilers armed. Let's do that. Just pop that into the notch at the top there, and that's it. Takeoff config. Now this will fail if you haven't got the flaps in the correct position. right? We're in position 2. If I have it in position 1, will it still fail? Because the onboard computer says position 2. So it knows it's going to be in position 2, but if I manually put it into 1, I think it would fail the test. I haven't actually tried it. No, ignore that. We'll ignore that. But I think it would fail the test. Also, if you start bringing the flaps down into position 2 and they haven't got there yet, and then you run the test, it will fail. The flaps have to be rested in their correct position, which they are. So when we do the config test, it should say normal. Yeah, this side stick thing, it's a calibration with my joystick, and I don't know, well, this anyway, but I don't know, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okie dokie, guys, we are here. Cairo Tower, this is Virpil 2627 requesting departure from runway 05 right.
Fetter by 2627, Cairo Tower, wind 315 at 6, fly heading 040, runway 05 right, cleared for takeoff.
Oh, she wants me to fly heading 040. Roger, cleared for takeoff, runway 05 right for 2627, thank you. Alright, we're cleared, guys. So she wants me to fly heading 040. I'm not sure I can oblige on that. Okay. I don't know why it does this, but when I take the handbrake off, the parking brake, I have a lever at the bottom of my joystick which controls the analog brakes, the manual brakes, right? So it's the more I squeeze the lever, the more brake pressure we have. And sometimes when that lever is fully out, right, which means that the brakes are released, the plane hasn't acknowledged that, and it actually stays with brake pressure on, and I can't move the plane, and I just have to flick the lever with my fingers to release it, and that's what just happened. So I don't know why it does that, but it does. Alright, I think I'm ready. I just need to do the arrival checks when we get in the air, once we're cruising, and everything is normal here. 6,000 feet. What are we set to right now? Okay, so she said to go heading 040. We're going to be turning immediately anyway, so she's not going to have a whinge with that. We're nearly there, aren't we? All right, guys. That's it then. Holding on the front brakes. Let's start the power. Make sure that initially we're going okay, which we are, and now let's punch it. I'm having to compensate a little bit for the wind. There's a little bit of wind pushing the plane to the left. Fairly heavy, so we've got to get a little bit quick here. A little bit of speed. Okay, that's it. Oof. Okay, gear up. Ooh, it's a little bit shaky. We got a little bit of a wind going on. It is a little bit breezy. I can't see the number on the navigation display there, but it is a little bit.
Fetter by 2626, contact Cairo depot.
Okay, flaps 1 then. I'm just going to manually fly this just for a little while until we get around that corner. retracting flaps fully. Nice and quiet, isn't
Sector
it?
by 2626. Contact Cairo departure 119.05.
Okay, autopilot, she's all yours. Yeah, it is really sandy. Where's the pyramids though? I don't know if we'll see them. They're actually quite small. They're not as big as you might think. Well, especially not from here anyway. 1 second, guys.
Contact Cairo departure 119.05 Viterbi 2.
I've got my co-pilot now doing the radio stuff. Oh, you can see, look, where the haze stops. It's coincidentally, it's all around where the sand is. No, Elliot, I'm not. No. No, this is solo. I think the pyramids are kind of, they're out on a little open area like this, aren't they?
Cairo, Viterbi 2627, 5400.
I actually don't know where they are. Okay, we've just been cleared to 17,000 feet, so let's do that.
Climb to flight level 170, Viterbi 2627.
Oh, air pressure standard. Yep, I didn't take notice of the transition altitude either. It was probably either 5 or 6,000 because it was flashing at me. Okay, clear to 17, and then once we get near that,
Cairo, Egypt Air 708, flight level 197 with...
oh, ground spoilers are still on. Jesus, come on, Rusty. Why is it saying ignition?
It's Cairo approach. Good afternoon.
It's not on ignition actually, but okay.
Sector 4 ILS runway 0.
Why are you saying ignition? It is not.
Clear 1012, expect radar vectors for us, runway 05 right, Egypt Air 708.
Oh, okay. I'm missing a few things here. We didn't put it in climb mode. There we go. That's got rid of that. Okay, well the final thing is seatbelts. I think we're stabilized. I forgot to go into climb throttle, which you're supposed to do with these planes. But it's fine. It's fine. No lights, no sounds, no emergencies. We're good. Right, so this is the speed that the plane wants to get to. And that's what it's doing. 315 knots.
Roger, heading direct 80, then resume own navigation Viterbi 2627. Thanks.
Okay, we've been cleared to resume our own navigation now. That'll be good. So we shouldn't get bothered too much now. So it looks to me like the visibility is a lot further out now than it was, but it's still hazy. Yeah, look at that. It's like Egypt's got its own little personal sandstorm brewing. It must be like that. Imagine breathing that in all day. I wonder how much sand deposits are in people's lungs. You've got to be breathing in granules of sand, surely. Not a pleasant thought, is it? This is my friend Sandy. Yeah, so the next thing we'll be told is that we'll be cleared up to the cruising altitude, which is 34,000. Okay. 29 degrees at the back. Is that normal? No, I expect normally 24 throughout. Why are we 5 degrees warmer at the back?
Sector by 2626, Contact Cairo Control 119.35.
I never know when it's me with these accents.
Center on 119.35, Viterbi 26.
Oh, can you believe it, guys? When we were on the runway there taking off, I didn't use my landing lights and I didn't put the nose light into takeoff position.
145 for flight level.
That's my weakness flying these things, is I always forget the correct light procedure. I'm so bad at that, I really am. It's an area I certainly need to keep focus on, because I'm really, really bad with it.
Climb to flight level 340, Viterbi.
Oh, we've just been cleared. Viterbi, that's us. We've just been cleared to 34,000. Okay, my co-pilot is handling the radios right now. So before we got to that 17,000, it cleared us all the way up. So it'll just be we won't be leveling off at 17 and then going up. It's just a clear transition all the way. Yeah, PMDGs, yeah. I was going to fly the PMDG 737 today, probably the 800, the 737-800, and but because they haven't released it for MSFS2024 yet, I would have had to use the old sim, and I was about to. I really was about to, but I just like to, you know, be showing off the latest sim with the latest graphics and the latest lighting and all that lovely stuff. So yeah, we're using the shark fin variant of the plane today. Sharklets, they're called, sharklet, which is why on the stream title it says A321-SL. Little sharks, little sharklets. You know, I was going to say that before they put these onto the wings, they do come in a box. And then I was going to try a Life is Like a Box of Sharklets, but you guys wouldn't have appreciated that, right? So I'll skip it. Right, talking of skipping, we did skip CVO because that was a ridiculous waypoint to send us to, because the plane was not going to make that. The only way it would have made that is if we took off and instead of turning to the left, we turned to the right and circled around the airport and got to it that way. But that was ridiculous. It really was. So now we're just flying straight through. So we've got Razda and LCA and Doran. So that should all appear down here. Yeah, I know. That's because I didn't go into the climb throttle position. It's fine. So Degdi, Meldo, top of climb here. There's Razda. There's LCA, Doran. All the waypoints in between. Top of descent. Oh yeah, descent. We need to go and sort that out, guys. I need numbers. Right, so this is where the plane's flying to, the one that's in white. 17 more nautical miles to get there. This is the previous waypoint. So once we reach Degdi, this will become the top one and BLT should light up in white. It looks like the aft is cooling off now. These two have reached 24 and this one has got to come down to that. So maybe it just takes a little bit of time. It was a bit weird that the back was warmer. Nothing to worry about, but it's just something I noticed. Ray trace shadows, I don't know, how would you tell? But thanks for saying I deserve more viewers. Ahmed, yeah, thank you. I don't know, how would you determine that? I don't know if I've got them on or not. Are they a frame rate killer? Because I'm only doing 35 frames at the moment. Let's take a look out. landscape is something, isn't it? Lots of these little towns. I haven't really flown in this area. My original plan was to do, let's see, I was going to go Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Is Saudi Arabia? Yeah, Riyadh. I was going to go there to, where was I going to fly now? Riyadh to, I think it might have been Cairo, I don't know. But I think it was a long flight, like 3 hours. Something like that. But I was going to do a Saudi Arabian area flight, Middle East, because I haven't really done Middle East flights that much. I've tended to concentrate on Europe or the US, and I wanted to do something different today, so I thought, well, you know, Egypt to Turkey would be a nice little run, because I think if I want to do a Saudi Arabia flying either Qatar Airways or Emirates or something like that, I want to do it in a big plane like the A350 or you know, something of that nature, something of that size. You know, a large plane. So yeah, right, guys. So we need to take a look at our destination airport. Otherwise, I will not have the information I need to land, and we do not have an ILS runway. So that's nice, isn't it? So into Navigraph then, and we want our destination airport, which is Adana Internazionale. What just happened to the map? It was there, then it wasn't. If I zoom out, does that work? Okay, do we have, is this night mode? Okay, oh, okay, well, make up your mind. Let's do high airways. What's going on? Let's take dark mode off, or add it, or whatever. Okay. You better not do that with the documents that I need. Okay. Right, so we're landing on runway 23, which is there. So two things I want to know is the inbound heading, which is 230. 230. These frequencies, well, it'll come in. Birds. Oh, yeah. I believe the Airbus A350 can simulate a bird strike. Yeah, let's not do that. This says day charts. Isn't he a philosopher? No, no. If that's not day charts, because day charts would be white on black, not black on white. No, wrong way around. This is white on black. We need black on white. This is not day charts, my friend. No, no. Nighttime surely would be darker charts. Wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyway, right, runway elevation is 63 feet, but 263 then for the... Oh, hello. This is takeoff. Yeah. So okay, it's probably going to be 263 for the decision altitude, but we'll take a look in a minute. So yeah, that's a decent sized runway, isn't it? 9,000 feet. That's plenty for this plane. And it looks like the main airport is to our left when we land. I don't think we'll turn off taxiway B. We'll probably have to go and see if I can get the plane slowed down enough. Okay, so we want to go to... I'll go back. Oops. How do I get back to... Yeah, this. Approach. And we're approaching 23. This is going to be an adventure for me. Where is it? Oh, this is wonderful. It's all runway 5. What?
Contact Cairo approach 119.05 feet post of infrared.
Okay, it doesn't help that that is bugged. Yapzu, but what was it? Was it Yapzu 1F? Oh, you're giving me the run around here, boy. It was 1F, wasn't it? I don't think it was 1D. I think it was this one. But this is just the star. Where's one? Why are they all 5? The only one is this one then. Jesus Christ. Right, so 2,500 is the final. 63, well, we know that's right. Is it giving me a decision altitude? Because I certainly can't find one. Oh, landing this is going to be a joy. Final approach 228. You just got through telling me it was 230. Oh God. Ah, decision altitude. Whoa, 1200? Really? Why is that so high? It's 1,137 feet above the airport ground. That's really big. Normally, it's around. Oh, it's a bug. Yeah, it is. Normally, it's around 200, sometimes 250 feet difference. I wonder why it's so high. So it means that, for example, once you drop below 1200, you're committed to land. But before you reach 1200, or when you reach it, you can actually then decide to do a go around and here until you're cleared to land. But now, I wonder why this is. Yeah, got no glide slope to hitch onto. I'm just going to have the localizer, I guess. If I haven't got the localizer, I'm screwed. It's going to be an adventure. I may ask them to switch the runway to 5. I actually can. I can request an arrival runway change to 05, but if the wind is favourable, they'll let me do that. Should I ask? Cairo Control, this is where 2P2627 requesting arrival runway change. I wonder if they'll let me switch it to 05.
Vetter to 626. Your sneltjäre binnen zijn de Ryzen runway. Welcome back with air descent clearance closer to your zone of descent.
Okay, in case you didn't understand that, it said you've not yet been assigned an arrival runway. We'll come back with a descent clearance closer to your top of descent. So they might assign me to runway 05 before we get there, which is fine. Okay, so decision altitude then 1200. I would love to know what the reason for that is. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet. That's nice. That's a nice transition altitude. I like that. The one good thing about flying it, like if you fly through Europe, different airports, like for example Amsterdam may have a different transition altitude to Madrid, and Madrid may have a different one to Paris and then to Rome and stuff like that. In the US though, the transition altitude is 18,000 feet, throughout the entire continental United States. It's 18,000, period. So that's nice and easy. And basically all that is, the transition altitude, is just the point when you take off, you have the air pressure set to whatever, like this, which is set to whatever the place you're at is. But when you're in the air, you can't have all the different aircrafts on different air pressures, because that changes the altitude that they're going to be flying at, right? So if I switch, I don't know if you can switch that there, but you can see see what it's doing now? It's having a little bit of a thing, and then as we switch back, you see how it adjusts. So if all the planes are not on the same wavelength, then you haven't got an accurate map of the altitudes that the planes are actually at from the ground. So that's why everybody has to resort to a standard mode. So let's say your transition altitude is 6,000 feet. When you climb, once you reach 6,000 feet, that's when you switch into your standard air pressure mode. And every plane that is beyond their transition altitude is on standard. So everybody's the same. Well, that gives air traffic control an accurate map of where everybody is. I hope I'm describing this correctly. And also on the way down, when you get to the transition altitude, you switch back to the air pressure of the airport you're going into, so that when you are coming into land and you've got your decision altitude and your runway elevation, that will be accurate when you come down. But in the air, it doesn't really matter that much, so everybody's on a standard air pressure, which I think in inches is 2992. I don't know if it shows that here. No, it's 2988. When we pull standard, it's 2992 for everybody, regardless. Obviously, when you're descending or climbing, it's not going to matter, because you're not really meeting other traffic. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. It's just an air pressure thing, because the variation in air pressure throughout all the world's airports and stuff it changes your altitude, right? So it makes it more accurate. If I'm on the ground and it's showing 360 here, 360 feet above sea level, and that's not correct, let's say the airport is 320, then I need to alter the air pressure to what the airport is, and then it'll read here the correct altitude above sea level that I am. Yeah, I've probably butchered that explanation, but I kind of know what I mean. Alright, so what's going to be interesting now is when we reach Cyprus. It'd be nice to see us going over Cyprus. We should be able to see the people in the plane as well. Yeah, there's a person. Let's pop over to one of the wings. Let me just push that forward a little bit. That's better. Yeah, there's a person sat next to me, so I have to be careful with those guys. Okay. Well, it looks empty, but it actually isn't. It's just because we're in this different view. And the wing looks very steady, no flex at all. Because they do flex now, these Fenix wings. But that looks very steady, so that tells me we've got some really nice weather. It's not windy at all. I wonder when I set these views up. Yeah, see, in this view you don't see the people, but if I open the cockpit door and look back, they'd all be there. It's just a little thing with GSX that you get. Okay. Got any more? No? Okay. Yeah, pretty sure now for security reasons you shouldn't be opening this door, but hello everybody, I'm your captain and this is my parachute. Nothing to be worried about, promise. Yep, see ya. Just freak them out. Oh, how do you bring this seat down, guys? Oh, okay, I got it. Right, but okay. Does the seat not come down though? Yeah. I don't know, I thought it did. Well, look at this. A murderous axe inside a cockpit. Sure, great. Now, all these, and to think that all these circuit breakers here and on the top here, they all work. Which one can I press that would turn the engines off? Engine oil quantity. What? Oh yeah, let's break it, shall we? What will it do? Stop the oil from flowing into the engines? It's probably not a good idea. No. Can we turn off here? APU oil heater supply. Fuel pumps. Oh yeah, let's turn those off. God, imagine if I did that. If I pushed these buttons to break the circuits, the fuel pumps would turn off. Yeah, let's not, eh? Let's not do that. Yeah, it's what is the wind anyway? Because we did have a little bit on the way up. Oh, actually, it's a little bit. 75 knots, and it's pushing that way. So it'll be pushing on the tail. So I expect that the plane will not line up with this line fully. Okay, that's a call for us, just to switch to a different frequency. We should see the plane just tilted like this. Like this, see? It's got a slight tilt on it. It's not lined up with the green line perfectly because the wind is pushing 83 knots now that way. So it's pushing on that tail. It hits the tail more than anything. It hits this tail and then it pushes it to the, it's trying to push the plane to the side, but the autopilot is compensating. So this is why we're kind of flying a little bit skewy. If it was a tailwind or a headwind, this plane would be perfectly in line with that green line. But it's fine. It's cool. But it looks like it's a what do you call it? A constant breeze, whatever. Because those wings are not. They're very stable. Maybe a little bit too stable. Shouldn't there be something? It's not gusting or nothing. Anyone want to have a go at this? Kumurieti Meetsin? I don't know. I think it says anniversary of the Republic of Turkey. No, it probably doesn't. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Oh, pollution. Why is that so grey? What have we got? Diesel? Anyway. Where's the captain? I can't see him. We've got tinted windows on this, guys. We're gangster style. Right, so what was the decision altitude anyway? 1200. Yikers. Let's get that in now, shall we? Okay, Rusty. My brain's in Boeing mode for some strange reason, because the decision altitude you put in up here. But on this you do it down here. So we need to go into the performance and then go to next phase. This is a little bit early for it though, and it would go here in the barrow. I am going to do a flaps 3 landing, by the way. I like to do those rather than full flaps. It's one level of flap I don't need to get out. You know, you've got flaps 1, 2, 3 and then full. Should show it here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 and then you have full flaps. We've got a decent sized runway though. Three's going to be plenty. So it's just one less flat position to go down to. Really, that's all it is. So we'll just do that. So I've got the landing config set to 3, but we also have to tell it up here as well by putting landing flap 3 on, which we can do that now, I guess. It's a little bit early, but it's on, and it just tells you here, GPWS flap 3. Oh, there's our ops message, I think. It should be Turkey ops or whatever. Ah, tour ops. Okay, tour ops. Okay, that's cleared that. We don't have to press this button now. It's a little bit early. So we have another thing on the radar here. This ETP. This is basically the midpoint of the flight. So anything after ETP means it's close. It's closer to get to the destination airport than it is to turn around and go back. This is our mid-flight point. Okay. And we are at, well, I was going to say we are at 34,000, but it's a little bit off. That might be because we're in this standard air pressure mode. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's going to correct itself, is it? I don't know. This wind, man, 85 knots. You wouldn't want that in your street. That's a lot. Okay, I can explain these two as well. The ISA, oh God. Come on, Rusty, think. I'll get back to you on that one. I know what it is. My brain's just blanked on it at the moment. So basically, you have two outside air temperatures here. The SAT is the coldest one by quite a margin. The SAT is basically the temperature of the air that is flying past the plane but not touching it. It's just that the air around here is minus 49 and it's just the air going past. The TAT is the air that is coming towards us and hitting the plane. So as you can imagine, if minus 49 degree air hits the plane, it's going to cause a friction of sorts which will warm up the air. So this is basically the air that is touching the skin of the plane. It's hitting the skin of the plane, and because of the friction it's actually warming the air up by 27 degrees. Because as you can imagine, the air hitting the plane is going to get hotter because it's doing that. There's a lot more, you know, going on with the molecules. It warms the air up. But the air that isn't touching the plane and just whizzing past us is minus 49. That is basically what that is. I hope I'm right in all of this. And this is the international standard atmosphere, which is plus 3 degrees right now. What that relates to, I don't know. It's the international standard atmosphere. So that's it. I don't know. Maybe that's further down. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what it means. But I know that this is, you know, air flying past the plane, and this is air hitting the plane. And as you can appreciate, it does get a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, when the molecules just get all pushed around. Yeah. Well, it's friction, isn't it, that's causing the heat? Well, you call it heat. It's minus 22, but it is a lot warmer air than the air that's flying past, which would make sense. I'm pretty sure that's what that is, because the AT is air temperature, and the S and the T, I'm going to have to look it up. think, okay, so T is total air temperature, which is the temperature measured on the aircraft skin, which is what I just said. And the other one is static air temperature, the temperature of undisturbed air outside the aircraft. There you go, that's a better explanation than what I said. This is the air that isn't touching the plane and the air that is. Okay. See, educational, guys. Right, Cyprus, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello. I think we're going to be taking a little bit of a left turn over Cyprus. Am I right? Ooh, am I? No, no, it comes afterwards. Okay. Huh. All right, hold on. Hold on. We are taking a left turn over Cyprus, yeah. Yeah, look, here. Yeah, LCA. So we do LCA and then we take a left turn over Cyprus. Yeah. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. So that means that if we range this out to 160, Cyprus is here and we're going to go across it. So Cyprus to us will be in our straight ahead, slightly to the left. And there it is, straight ahead, slightly to the left. It all makes sense, thankfully, because if it didn't, I would be freaking out. Yeah, out of coffee. Yeah, I need to top up my drinky here. Pilots need to drink as well, you know. Now, the one thing I'm not going to guarantee here, guys, is the landing. There's no glide slope. There should be a localizer. Unless it's some cheap-ass budget runway. I can land without the glide slope. It shouldn't be a problem. We just tell the plane just to sink into the ground, really. We know that the airport, the runway elevation is 63 feet. So we'll tell the plane to come down to 50 feet. Oh, I can't actually. I'll have to do it to 0. Hundreds is, I can only do hundreds. And then I'll just about 500 feet. Actually, I only need to do 100 feet. Because at 500 feet, I'm going to be disengaging the autopilot anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, it's fine. We should be fine. Dharma, hi. Is it worth the upgrade? It is. I mean, yeah, I got it, and I got no regrets. There's just the PMBG aircraft that I can't run in it, that's all. But it's pretty well optimized and stuff, so I expected that it was going to be a killer on the graphics card, but it's no more of a killer on the graphics card than the previous version. In some areas it's even better, and the graphics are better, the flight model is better, more accurate even than it used to be. So yes, it depends though. If it's something you pick up and play once a month, maybe not. But if you're going to use it on a regular basis, you definitely get the upgrade and change it up. A lot of the airports and things will work in 2024. Some of the planes, I don't know, it's hit and miss with the planes. Fenix have converted theirs over to work. PMDG seemingly have to rewrite their code from the ground up to make it work. So that says something. Yeah. But yeah, overall, if you're using it, if you're flying, you know, fairly regularly, I would say yes, it's worth it. But I had no hesitation going for the Premium Deluxe version because I knew that is the one I wanted. I didn't go for the standard. And also because Microsoft tend to rip you off if you go for the standard version and then decide later you want to upgrade to Deluxe or Premium Deluxe, which you can upgrade. but then the extra that you pay ends up being way more than what it would have been had you just bought the Premium Deluxe in the first place. So it's a little bit of a scam going on there, a little bit of a rip-off thing. But yeah, that's why I just went straight for Premium Deluxe. It's not cheap. You know, you could buy 2 AAA games for the price of this. But, you know. Oh, what was that?
Flight level 340 with
Oh, that wasn't for us, okay. We have a Wizz Air Malta aircraft somewhere around, climbing up to our flight level. So hopefully they're nowhere near us. I have no idea where they might be. Okay, so we'll be going to be skirting along the coast of Cyprus here until we hit this LCA, and then we're going to be doing, what is that, 80, 75 degree left hand or something like that. I can't remember whether this displays the weather on here now. And if it does, can you put the weather on this? I can't remember where it is. The Boeing can do it. The Boeings do it, but I don't know about this one. I can't remember where the weather is, or whether we've got weather on here. Yeah, I'll have my arm back now, I think. Terrain we have. There's Cyprus, as you can see quite clearly, and there's a little bit of altitude there on that side. Can we see that? Probably this, it is a bit higher than the rest. I don't know where the weather is though, if it even does it on this plane. But it doesn't matter, it's absolutely fine. Visibility right now is decent enough. Talking of which, let's just ensure the weather is up to date here. So let's just do a little refresh. Go to the arrival. Oh yeah, look at that. So 9999 basically is 10 nautical miles, which is like saying it's plenty. It's as far as the eye can see, it's good. 25 degrees weather, broken clouds at 2,000 feet, is it? Or 20,000 feet, and few clouds at 4,000. Air pressure 1006 at the moment. So we're going to need this information as well. So 25, 1006, and assigned runway 23. I'd like to change that if we can. Maybe I'll ask when they assign us the runway and tell us on the descent. I'll ask them and see if we can change the runway to 23. Sorry, to 05. That would be nice because it's ILS. If not, we'll just have to take what we have. They tend not to let you change because, you know, wind and all that stuff. So yeah, there it is. Now it's not asking us yet to put in the descent information. It's a little bit early. How did we get up here? Yeah, it's a little bit early to do that yet, but it'll ask us here to enter the destination info at some point. That looks nice now. 24, 23, 26. A bit better than before. Where is our top of descent then? Can we see it here? Okay, it's here. So this is where we start descending. Just over Turkey. This is Turkey right here. And then you've got Cyprus here. So yeah, just as we take this right-hander, if you like, it's a right-hander from where we're looking anyway. This is where we begin the descent. I was going to say 10,000, but that's, where are we there? 80, 90, say 100. Yeah, it's 10,000 or above, thankfully. So we should be fine. The plane looks like it's happy with the descent. Oh, let me just run through it to make sure. As long as we've got these little pink asterisks, that's the plane telling us that it's quite happy that it's going to make these requirements, that it can make 13,800 at this point, it can reduce to 250 knots, and it can make 7,300. So that's the plane telling me, yeah, I can do that. If it's orange, that's it telling me, yeah, I can't. I don't think I can make that. And so we may have to make some adjustments. But it seems happy. So I'm happy. Plane happy, I'm happy. So this is Cyprus, eh? I think I was in Cyprus when I was a wee nipper. At that age when it's, I'm too young to remember. I don't remember anything of Cyprus. My dad was here a lot because he was in the forces, and so he spent time here in Cyprus. I think when I was a wee nipper, like really tiny, I think we did live in Cyprus for a while, or my family may have lived there, my parents may have lived here just before I was born, or just slightly after, because I don't know, I was born in Germany, because again, as I said, my dad was in the forces, so I was born in what was then West Germany. Obviously that West Germany doesn't exist as a separate entity now, but no, it doesn't make you German. The country you're born in doesn't make you that. Yeah. Could you imagine having a pregnant woman going on holiday, right, and she's French, and she goes on holiday to Rome, and she has the baby in Rome and comes back the next day to France? Is the baby Italian? No, of course it isn't. Hey, Mama, give me my toys. Right, anyway, that is Turkey, guys. That is it. We should do a risky flight, shouldn't we? Like Iran to Syria or something like that. That'd be interesting. I wonder though, if there are any no-fly zones over certain countries. I expect that Navigraph would know about those and fly you around those areas. And I wondered that because when I plotted a flight from Cairo to I can't remember exactly where it was now. It wasn't a long flight. It's in my sim brief. Hold on. Saved flights. Hold on. I might be able to bring it up actually. Where are we? So, okay. So it was Cairo to, what airport is that? Is that Tel Aviv? Oh, okay, hold on. It can't be. Hold on, guys. I'll give you some info in a minute. What? Nat bag? Oh, it's Israel. Okay. So it was Cairo to Israel, basically. And the flight, I'm going to see if I can bring this up. I don't know whether this is normal flight procedures, or if it's just because of the way the region is. But if you look here, now there is a direct line of flight. Hold on, let me just cancel this message. Okay, So check this out, right? Flying from Cairo to Tel Aviv in Israel, right, is this. You see what I mean, though? Like, instead of it going from, like, here all the way, like this way, because look, you have Gaza here, and I'm sure you can appreciate that Gaza, there's a little bit of action going on there in Gaza, right? So what it's done is, rather than take us over this, let's call it a disputed area, right, or whatever the hell's going on there, it's actually routing us all around here and bringing us in this way to avoid this. So Navigraph is surely taking into account no-fly zones in over certain countries and stuff. Because this was very notable for me that it wasn't a route directly across, and seeing here that we have to fly over, we would have to fly over Gaza, we'd probably get shot down. So, yeah, this is an explanation as to why we're getting this flight path here. I'm sure this adds a lot more mileage onto your flight than the normal direct route, you know. But yeah, so to me, that flight tells me that yes, for sure, Navigraph does in fact cater for no-fly zones, war zones and stuff like that. It will route us around, which is kind of cool. You know, I like that it factors those stuff in. I mean, it has to, right? Because Navigraph is kind of a reflection on the real world graphs and flight plans and stuff like that. So it's not like Flight Sim is going to direct you. Although I don't know if I don't use SimBrief and I plot at that same flight in MSFS, I'm, you know, avoiding Navigraph and SimBrief and stuff. I'm sure it would be directing me the same way, right? It wouldn't be saying, oh no, you can fly over Gaza, no problem. It's not going to let me do that, surely. I mean, I wouldn't have thought so. Okay, so we're being asked to enter the destination data, so let's do that. Let's just confirm that it is still correct. Okay, so the visibility has changed a little bit. So 1006 and temperature is 23 now. So basically this is a Cabok. It used to be 9999, which was, you know, as good a visibility as you're going to get basically. But Cabok is, it just means that the ceiling and the visibility is okay. So ceiling and visibility okay, which means that your visibility is still fine. Don't fret. So performance then, next phase, that's the descent phase, and then one after that is the approach phase. QNH is currently 1006. Temperature is 23 degrees, nice and warm. T-shirt weather, flaps 3 and barometer 1200, which we know that is. And our approach speed is going to be 150. And this landing speed, I guess we're going to be landing. I think that's VLS, landing speed. Vertical, is that vertical? Is V for vertical? I think so. I don't know. Landing speed. 145. That's if I keep the auto throttle on, right guys? Right guys? Right guys? Okay, so destination information is all in. Oh, it's assigned me runway 23. Okay. I'm going to request a different runway.
Can we get a different runway, please? Viterbi 262.
Please, come on, give me 5. Give me 5, baby.
Aircraft calling for runway change. Stay call sign.
Yeah, we did.
Viterbi 2627.
Come on.
Viterbi 2627. Roger. Say runway.
Say runway. I know the accent a little bit dodgy. Oh no, we don't have a choice. It's just giving me 23.
Request runway 23 Viterbi.
Oh, it's not. It didn't give us the choice for 5.
Viterbi 2627. To trees the runway you are already assigned.
Okay. LTAF 23. That's what we're going in on.
Contact anchor control 128 decimal.
It looked. I mean, on the Navigraph charts, all of the runways were 05.
2627.
So you have to be able to land on that, and it's not going to give us it.
Viterbi 262.
The bastard.
Good afternoon. Flight level 34.
Oh, this is going to be fun then, landing this. Because it doesn't even say VOR, which is... That's weird. It didn't even say VOR 05. So, will we even get a localizer? Because then, what am I going to do? Oh, guys. I am not going to guarantee that I'm going to land this. Or if I do, I probably will. But if I do, it's probably going to be a little bit of a rough one. If I bring this down now, she's not going to move, right? Okay. So I'm going to bring this all the way down. I should, common sense, I should bring it down to 2,500. That's what I should do. But common sense and me doesn't go together all the time. So I'm going to bring it down to under 500 feet. And I'm going to bring it down to 300 feet. At 500 I should be taking over anyway, so it shouldn't matter. If all else fails, the plane will level out at 300 anyway. Vector approach. Oh yeah, but you're assuming that I can follow those things. It's asking me to report ready for descent. The accent is really bad. I think you can turn that. You can turn the accents off, the regional accents. You can turn that off, but it's asking me to report ready for descent. But I'm not yet. The descent is here. If I just zoom this in a little. So we're going to make this turn and the top of descent is here. So it's just after this turn that we're going to start descending. I could say that I'm ready to descend right now. I'll probably do it in the middle of the turn actually. Yeah, welcome to hilly Turkey. Ooh, a nice little place to go for a picnic, guys, and also here. Oh, we've been cleared to down to flight level 1400. Okay. Let's bring this up again then. I didn't call ready for descent either, but it looks like she's already giving us it, so let's do that. Let's get the plane down. So there she goes, the plane's now descending. It's a little bit early, so you see this is our flight path, ideal flight path dot here. And now we are the yellow line, the plane is the yellow line, and this is the ideal flight path. So we're dropping below that now because we're descending earlier than we should. So I think what's going to happen now is that the plane will not descend as quick as it would normally do, because it's going to want to try and bring this dot back into play and get itself back on the flight plan. The plane will do that automatically. So we should see this dot coming back down and leveling out here. Says Rusty with his fingers crossed. Oh boy, oh boy. Those clouds are looking particularly nice, nicely rendered. None of that popcorn cotton wool kind of effect. It looks really smooth, really nice. Alright, also if we go onto here and we go into, is it prog? Yeah, so it tells us that we are 1,496 feet below the flight path, and it's getting worse. Enter descent data. I did, it's not a destination data, I've done that already, it's done. Don't worry about it. So, okay, are we seeing the plane now leveling it out? It is, there it is. So the autopilot now just, oh, that's doing it really quickly as well, so we should see the dot coming in. There it is. It's getting us back on the flight path, and it should, that green dot should stay where that yellow line is. Yeah, throttle idle. It's just gone to throttle idle right now. Come on, get it back. Get it back, come on. And now the plane is sinking even more to bring it back into line. You just got to trust the plane, just let it do it. Just let it do it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And now we're on the flight path. So deviation is 18 feet. We're 18 feet above where we should be, or 45. That's fine. I'm good with that. No problem at all. Okay. It is deviating a little bit. More drag required. Is that right? Okay. We can add a bit of drag. Let's get some spoilers out and slow the plane down, because as you can see, because it's had to catch up with that dot, we're descending at 4,500 feet, and yeah, we've got the spoilers out now. Look at all those mechanical bits there. So we've got the spoilers out just to slow the plane down. It was going a little bit too quick. I can stop that drag now. Anything over these red lines and we're going to start getting a light coming on and beep 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 over speed or whatever, but the plane is quite happy where it is. Alright, so we'll just keep an eye on the descent speed and our angle of attack, as it were. It's going to be just over 3 degrees, I think, on this one. They said 3.1, 3.2 degrees, 3.18 I think Navigraph said. There's a descent angle coming in, but I think that's more on the final approach than it is up here. I have no idea if we're going to get a localizer though. If we are, it'll appear as a magenta coloured diamond on here, but we're way too high for that right now. What's our altitude? 23. Okay. So we don't need to put seat belts on or anything for now. We're still way too high. And the wind, as you can see now, we have a tailwind of 43 knots. So it's pushing on the back of the plane, and that's why we are now perfectly in line with the green line. Well, not perfect. You can see that it's, well, I can actually, it's just slightly tilted clockwise, so the nose is a little bit this way, just maybe a pixel, and that's because the wind is pushing slightly from this way. So it's not perfectly on, but it's as good as we're going to get. So 10,000 or above is required by Yapsu. This is a constraint, which means you have to do it. If I take the constraint off, it disappears. I like to have them on because it's kind of important. Yeah. So we will be above 10,000 feet for sure. We can't be below it. That's the only requirement at Yapsu, and probably good reasons for it. Look at this though. Ooh. Shall we have a look outside? Oh, by the way, the temperature should be warmer now, as you can see, because we're getting lower. Amazing, isn't it? So the air that's hitting the skin of the plane now is actually in the pluses. The air's getting a lot warmer now as we're coming down. snapshot. For some reason my screenshot program isn't working in MSFS24 anymore.
Ankara control, radar contact.
Very quiet. Are we in idle? No, the throttles must be idling because there's just minimal heat haze coming off this and there's no disturbance. They are idling indeed. That would explain that then.
Contact Ankara control 107 HTC Have a good afternoon. Contact Ankara control 127.85 with Malta 793 Tango. Bye bye.
Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. So we need to go 1006 on the air pressure once we get underneath the thing. I'm just going to redo that again just to make sure. 1006, temperature 23, that has not changed. Clouds and visibility, or ceiling and visibility, is okay. As it is, we can see it is. Visibility is absolutely fine. Okay, this is where we've been assigned to, and now we're going down to 5,000 feet. We've just been assigned that.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH1006 Viterbi 2627.
Okay, so now we're cleared down to 5,000. It was a bit late with that one. I couldn't get the thing. But yeah, I couldn't get it clocked in time. But yeah, it's fine. So yeah, we got cleared down to 5,000. So hopefully they'll guide us in nicely. I don't trust it, by the way. Beyond ATC, it tells me to go onto vectors that are just completely wrong. It'll tell me to change my heading to a certain, like, I don't know, let's say 176, and it's like completely the wrong direction from where we need to be. But the last time it did that was a while ago, so let's see. We know that the course that we need to come in on is 228. So the heading, the final heading should be 228. But right now it's being monitored, taken care of by autopilot.
Expect radar vectors for VOR Alpha Runway 00 Viterbi 2627.
Expect radar vectors for VOR A00. What the hell is A00? Again, it says request approach change, which we don't need to do, I don't think. Request altitude change and request arrival runway change, which we can't. There's still time to change the runway. We can change it and, you know, program it in the flight plan here. We can do that. But it's not offering 5 as an option. If I didn't use Beyond ATC, I could bring the plane in on runway 5 as per SimBrief. Actually, what did SimBrief actually come up with? No, SimBrief came up with 23 as well. So I guess that's it. We are committed to runway 23. Oops. Okay, so we're just going over 10,000 feet, so we're going to get this. Let me just slide over onto. That is really slow because I have slowed it down. Yeah, you've got a certain amount of time to change both sides so they match. Otherwise, you'll get a complaint here on the board here.
OR Alpha Runway 00 Viterbi 2627.
Heading 045. Expect right. Really? Heading 045. Now. Leave star heading 045, which is going to put me here. you see, I don't know. Why would I want to change to 045? No, that's going to put me going across here. And this runway, by the way, that's not... What the hell's going on? Is it me? It's supposed to be runway 23, so it's, the heading is 228. But when you take it up here, why does that say 5? Ah, okay. It's the opposite way around, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's the opposite way around. Yeah, she's saying turn left, heading 045. Vector for the approach. I'm not going to do that.
Heading 045 for Turpy 2627.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to do that now. I'm taking over, if you don't mind. I'll hit the approach mode once we... This is the airport. Oh, we don't have it. We don't have it. Jesus H. Are we not a bit high? How the hell do we make this? It says we're on the flight path here. This can't. Guys. What? We're not going to land there, we're too high. Or is it this? Is that it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How is this? What's going on? Which way is runway 23? Right, you carry on going just for a sec.
Turn left, heading 340.
Turn left, heading 345 for Turpy 2627.
Anchor control, S20RK1921. Good afternoon, flight level 090. Sonsuz 1 yine TR olan, Ankara control, radar contact.
It is trying to bring me round, yeah. Oh, it is the other way around. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to do it manually then. So, 228 minus, well, what's 220? So that's 40, let's call it 40. Yeah, 45 is what they said. So the runway that we're coming in on is completely okay. So what was it trying to get me to do? Just fly past the runway and then do a loop and then come back and down again? Is that what this was? Because that's a little bit nutso, isn't it? We're not quite parallel, are we? Let's just tilt this a little bit more. I think we just got ourselves a little bit out.
full left.
See, now it wants me to turn left heading 010.
Turn left, heading 010, Viterbi 2627.
Negative, good buddy, you're not going to do that. I'm going to try an approach change.
2627, request approach change.
Let's see how this works now. I'm going to go visual on this. Visual 2-3.
Runway 23, Viterbi 2627.
Oh, unable it says. We may have to turn this thing off. Ah, turn right heading 080. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that.
Turn right, heading 080, Viterbi 2627.
Contact Ankara Control 1 TRO EET Digimal 7
Contact Ankara Control 128.75, Viterbi 2627. Have a good afternoon.
Okay.
Ankara Control, Viterbi 2627, 3,100 feet.
Viterbi TRO 7 Ankara Control identified. Viterbi TRO 7 turn right heading TRO 10.
Turn right, heading 215, Viterbi 2627.
Viterbi TRO 7
My God.
turn right heading TRO.
I think she's actually talking in her own language here.
On the final approach course, cleared the Ore Alpha Royal 00.
Turn right, heading 215, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared VOR Alpha Runway 00, Viterbi 2627.
I'm not very good at landing like this.
TRO 7 contact Adana Tower 1 Tigre 1 Digimal 1.
She's saying to maintain 2,500.
Tower 131.1, Viterbi
I
2627.
probably should.
Have a good afternoon.
I'm going to maintain 1,000 feet instead.
Adana Tower, Viterbi 2627, VOR Alpha Runway 00.
VQRPI 2627, Adana Tower, WIN9205 at 11, runway 23 clear to land.
Runway 23 cleared to land, Viterbi 2627.
It's going to be a very low altitude landing, this one. Yeah, we are going to be coming in very low.
100 above.
I don't think the neighborhood is going to appreciate me being so...
Minimum 500.
Too low, terrain.
I know, it's fine, it's fine.
Too low, terrain.
Chill, chill, chill.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Shh, relax, relax.
Too low.
It's
terrain.
only a little bit too low.
Too low, terrain.
Are we too low? Yeah, a little bit, but there's no... We're not going to hit anything, so just chill. Just trust in me. Just keep at this altitude, please. There's no localizer, there's no glide slope,
Pull up.
nothing.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
It's fine. You're panicking, don't worry. As long as we don't hit those city buildings, which I don't think we will, right? I don't know, will we? Is the airport after the city? It is. Ah, this is gonna be nasty, man.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wrong button. What a time to hit the wrong button. Okay, so where am I in terms of off the ground? 1400.
Don't sink.
Shh. Chill,
Don't
baby.
sink.
Rusty's got it under control.
Don't sink.
He thinks. Rusty thinks he's got it under
Don't
control
sink.
here. So,
Don't sink.
yeah, don't sink.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Don't sink. I know just what
Don't
you're
sink.
saying.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
What a wrong way to come in on. The other one would have been so much better. Because, I mean, look at this. Isn't this risky for all involved?
Don't sink.
I have to. I've got to land.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I've forgotten what the lyrics are now.
Don't sink.
Don't sing matter what I'm saying.
Don't sink.
What's the words, guys?
Don't sink.
Don't what?
Don't sink.
Don't sink my ass.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink
I've
rate.
got 4 white lights. I have to sink.
Pull up. Pull up.
100.
Don't sink.
Those pappy lights
Don't
are
sink.
freaking useless.
30.
Don't sink.
20. Retard.
Don't sink.
Reverses on. Yeah, we're not going to make A. Taxiway A. We're not going to make that. I'll try and do taxiway B. Or was that B? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was. This is the end of the runway, so this must be taxiway C then. Or Charlie.
Exit next available taxiway.
Yeah, minimums was like 1200, wasn't it? 1200 feet. I had it set to 1000 at the end. Yeah, I think that's the highest altitude I've ever taken off the autopilot. I normally do it around 500, which a lot of pilots actually do, but this time I did it at 1000 feet. It says, this is Charlie, right? We're on taxiway Charlie right now, according to the map anyway. Navigraph.
VQRTI 2627. Contact ground 121.9er. Have a good afternoon.
I got it down, guys. You know, it wasn't bad. We were a little bit off center, but all things considered, let's get the thing out, the thing down. All things considered, I think it wasn't too bad. Jesus freaking hell, man! We're flying over over the main city there. Look at that landing over the city, over the tower blocks. I wouldn't want to take off or land from that area. Certainly not take off, because if you don't get a good takeoff, a lot of people are gonna. Yeah. A lot of people are going to suffer. I can't believe I got that down. That turned out to be quite a bit smoother than what I was expecting, to be honest. And I didn't have my landing lights on because I'm an idiot and I never do. Oh man almighty. Okay. We just need to a gate assign now. This we can forget. I don't know why this is on. I don't even need it on, but it shouldn't be on. It's weird. Adana ground, this is Virpil 267 requesting taxi to assigned gate. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know what the Ryanair one is. I don't know. Excuse me? Ramp 1A taxi at the pilot's discretion?
627.
Taxi at the pilot's discretion to ramp 1A. Okay. My discretion then. Right, flaps are in. APU is on. Let's go. That was an interesting landing. No glide slope, no ILS for the plane to just, like the plane could not auto land because there was no glide slope. So auto landing was not an option. The localizer is normally there to center the plane up automatically with the runway. We didn't have that option. All we had was the heading. So, yeah, which is because we didn't have ILS, I'm pretty sure that is the reason why the approach mode wasn't functioning. That makes sense, right? So, yeah. Because when you arm the approach mode, you get all the ILS and stuff information up here, and there was nothing. So it was nothing to display. So anyway, yeah, managed to land it. So I'm kind of happy with that. When we're not necessarily, I'm not following the blue arrows here, but if they take us to the same place, then cool. Let me just get this thing back on. Here we go. Ah, man. It was all right. I just needed, we were initially too low, and then I got the plane higher up because it was having a whinge about terrain pull up, and the runway was after the city, so we had to go up, and I just needed to maintain enough altitude to be able to fly over all of the city and clear it, which we did. 1,200 and then down to 1,000 feet was plenty, and then from there I just disabled the autopilot because it was easier for me to bring it in than have the autopilot do it, strangely enough. But yeah, all the fire engines on our right window there. Thankfully we didn't need any of those guys. Now it looks like out of all the gates that we're going to, we're assigned the one at the very end, which is fair enough. It even shows us on the Beyond ATC all the occupied gates. So obviously we have to follow the blue line here because it's the only way in. Why is there a lighthouse? It looks like a lighthouse, doesn't it? We are actually following this blue line then, because it's kind of the same deal here. But I'm going to try not to get put off by following this line by mistake. Oops, 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 oops. Pretty sure we're turning off here. There's a plane in the way. I think we turn off before it though. Well, I have to. I got no choice. Oh, 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 oh. Trying to get online here. What the hell? Hold on. Hold on. Stop, stop, stop. Where have you got me going? Because, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm scrolling on both apps here. Yeah, so the taxiway, it's actually confirming that there's a plane in the way. Oops. Yeah, it was actually confirming that this plane is actually in the way, so we're having to go around it. So once we've cleared that plane, we can get back on the taxiway. Pretty sure we've cleared it now anyway. So I think we are slotting in to the left of this plane here.
Anatolia TZ Kilo X-ray, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Anatolia TZ Kilo X-ray.
Pretty sure this is our assigned gate. It is. God, the steering is so sensitive. Am I on the line? Ah, I went over it. It's not going to matter. We just get the stairs, really. Can we use the reversers? I don't know, can we?
Anatolia TZ Kilo X-ray, contact Adana Tower 131 decimal.
No way. Oh, I did it too soon. Go a bit more, go a bit more. No, go a bit more, go a bit more. And there goes my pilot's license. Sacked. Okay. Okay, parking brake on. Engines shut off. I tell you, man. Right, so obviously there's no jetway to get yeah, FAA wants a little conversation using full reverse, well, not full reverse thrust, but a decent amount. Quite a few Turkish Airlines here, as you would expect. But yeah, we did use quite a bit. Look where he's parked, he's way off. So we should be getting stairs, I would imagine now, stairs and buses to take them to the airport. We have a plane going. Oh, there it goes. Bye! He gets to take off in a nice direction. He doesn't have people to worry about living in apartment buildings. He can just go straight up into that lovely sky. Is the sun setting here? It shouldn't be. Let's watch him go. And then we'll get the passengers deboarded. Go on then. You might want to pull up about now. There he goes. Oh, look at that. I wonder where he's off to. If this wasn't historical data, we could actually look and see where he was going. That is so freaking cool. All right. Right. What are you having a whinge about? Calibrate the side sticks. Yes, I know. Right. First thing we want to do. Yes, let's deboard, but also I want to get this thing on to ground power. So can we have ground power on, please? It's connected already. Is that so? It is. So we can now disconnect APU. And we've got... I should have put the external power on first. I don't know why I thought it was. So we're going to have a few beeps. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Right, I'm expecting stairs to arrive and blah blah blah. So, company message then. Yeah, this is, please go and visit the Aviation Authority, requesting the reasons that you flew too low and use reversers in a parking area. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if we need to see this, but this is the we've taken the error message off, and it's here now because this is the log of the previous messages. But there we go. Now it is doing the deboard sequence, right? Because I did tell it to. So there should be some vehicles en route. At least we need a bus. A bus can hold 90 people, so we're going to need 3 buses because we have 230 people on board. Did it not begin the deboard sequence? Okay, we can have a look here. Do it manual. Here we go. Right, so obviously bags, luggage, sorry, has got to come off. There's the stairs. Why? No, it should open automatically. These doors should open automatically. Oh boy, okay. I don't know why they didn't do that. That's really weird. What about this front door and the back door then?
Passengers bus is coming.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you need a bus. People, you need a bus. There it is. One of these hover buses. Yeah. Why don't you bring 2 and then we can get 180 people on? You can have a bus for the front people and a bus for the back people. I'm going to open the doors because I don't know what's going on there. Oh. I have opened 1L. So we got 1L, 1 left, 2 left, 3 left,
The boarding started.
and 4 left. Whenever I close down beyond ATC, I always get this same Unity crash report, or crash, yeah, it always crashing on exit. Have you only brought the 1 bus? This is what they do. And then you have this scenario where instead of loading the buses, the people from, onto 2 separate buses, once this has got 90 people on it, it disappears and we have to wait for another bus to come. So, and where is the airport main building anyway? Over there? Or here perhaps? They could have just walked, really. Oh, there's a bus behind but it's not one of these buses though. I mean, these won't do anything. They're not part of GSX. So, let's pop into the drone camera. That doesn't look right, does it? No, that doesn't. Okay. So, it is the Adana airport, yeah. There we go. Domestic arrivals entrance. Which, that's what that says. So, let's just reset this camera because it's a little bit doolally. So, showcase and reset position right behind the plane. Okay, cool. So, Adana Havalimanı Airport in Turkey. Turkey. Take a look at the frickin' runway we had to come in on. See, can you see now? We're looking at runway 5. Can you see now why I wanted to come in on runway 5? Look at that. Just straight in. Beautiful. And it has ILS, glide slope, the whole thing. You can understand why runway 23 doesn't have the glide slope. Because look what you have to come in over. It's understandable why Navigraph wasn't showing any options to land at runway 23 and only runway 5. Because runway 5 is the only safe option. You wouldn't want to constantly be flying planes in. I mean, you take off from runway 23 and you land at runway 5, which is on the other side of this runway. That's the sensible. So what messed up here? Navigraph didn't mess up, because Navigraph was saying, you know, the only approach options were runway 5, which is approaching from there, which makes perfect sense. That's a nice sun lighting, by the way, in the background. But yeah, that makes perfect sense. It wasn't saying that, telling me there was any options to land on runway 23 at all. But Beyond ATC was absolutely insisting that we landed at runway 23, and it was not going to give me 05 as an option, which is ridiculous. You wouldn't want to risk jets landing over the city like that at such a low level, or taking off towards the city. It just takes a malfunction, and how many people are you going to wipe out? I mean, even with a Cessna, a little tiny Cessna coming in on runway 23, I'm pretty sure in the real world it would be the case that runway 23 is used for takeoff because it's away from the city, and runway 5, which is the opposite side, is used for landing because it's away from the city. I mean, it's safety. It's frickin' safety. Right? So Beyond ATC was really assigning me completely the wrong runway. I am on the Discord, so I'm going to mention it. That was balmy.
Passenger's bus is coming.
And I was stupid enough to land an Airbus A321 on runway 23, flying over the city, breaking all kinds of noise levels and whatnot. That was crazy. They need to fix that, guys. They need to fix that. It should be runway 5.
Passengers, the boarding starting.
We saw, didn't we, on Navigraph? Oh, is that a little kart track? Is that for karting? Possibly. We saw on Navigraph that it refused to give me any options to land at runway 23. There wasn't any, and it makes perfect sense now, seeing that the route in is, well, look at the runway. You wouldn't bring a commercial jet over, because look how close that runway is when we come off the city, and how low a big jet aircraft would have to be. That is nuts, man. That's really nice look, isn't it, by the way? The graphics. I mean, normally, for me, if I'm landing on that runway with a plane of the size we were just in, I would want to be probably about this altitude and dropping as we go forward. See, look at the PAPI lights, right? They're all white. The ideal altitude you need to be at is when the PAPI lights are showing, oh sorry, let me put it another way. When the PAPI lights are too red, too white, you're perfectly aligned. So let's bring it down. There's okay, we're too far down now. There. Now we've got 2 reds and 2 whites showing, which means we're perfectly lined up. This is a little bit too low. And if we go forward and we don't descend, see, look, now we've got 3 lights, which is telling us you're a little bit too high, so we bring it down again, there. Carry on forward, again 3 lights, because now we're too high again. Let me slow this down. Okay, so there you go, that's 2 lights. Look where we are though. Imagine living in those buildings below us. So we've got buildings here, and for us to be on the correct flight path we need to be, I can't even do it, the camera's moving too fast. Let me see if I can slow this right down. There. So we'd have to be this low coming in. And when I approached, we had 4 white lights on the whole time. I didn't dare go any lower at all, because it just seemed crazy. There's 3 lights again, so let's try and keep 2 lights on. Look at this. And you've got your plane wheels sticking out the bottom as well. Oh yeah, you can imagine being a very happy resident in those apartments, just thinking it just takes one mistake from one pilot. And the noise. And what is that? Is that a roundabout with a aeroplane warning sign on it or something? I don't know what the hell that is. That's insane to bring us in on this particular thing. There's no other planes now, guys, because I've shut down beyond ATC. Yeah. That was completely wrong, and we can confirm it because we saw it, didn't we, in Navigraph? If we go to all the possible approaches into this airport are all runway 5, all of them. There is no option to come in on runway 23. Not even this one. And I'll guarantee if we were taking off from here, they would all be from runway. So departure, let's click on the top one. And it should tell us that these are referencing.
Passengers bus is coming.
Oh shit, runway 05 departure. I was not expecting that. Would that be made? I don't know. Is that for light aircraft? They depart from runway 05 and then go over the city? That's surprising. You would think if they need to go that way, you would take off from runway 23 and then do a U-turn once you've gained altitude. This is runway 23 departures, which I would say gets used a lot. Because it just makes sense to depart from there. But they actually, looking at this, they actually do departures from runway 5. That surprised me. To take off and then just be directly at the city there. Man. It looks like they do that. But they certainly don't land on the runway we just did. So I don't know what the hell that was all about. But anyway. Yeah, so that's that then. I got it down anyway. Oh, hey, if you want an interesting landing, guys, that's the one. Adana, Turkey, runway 23 landing. I knew it was going to be a thing, just not having a glide slope, but then it wasn't even an RNAV landing either, so there was no localizer. Yeah, let's get all the pilots and crew off. They get their own separate bus. Yeah, there it is. Look at this. Whoa, this guy's putting his foot down. Yeah, crazy. Enjoyable though, and a different landing for me for sure. I don't remember the last time I landed a jet plane without any guidance assistance, no localizer or glide slope, just to tell it to go on a certain heading and take over when you feel you need to take over, basically, and everybody's safe and sound. So there we've got the flight crew now. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do have all of their phone numbers. I am the dashing, handsome captain. I can't remember whether the first officer and the captain get their own bus or whether they travel with the ladies here. I guess we'll find out.
Boarding starting.
I guess we'll find out if that bus. Oh, there he goes. Captain will be the last one to leave, so this must be. Who the hell are these people? Yeah, it's the captain and the first officer. So the plane's now empty. So now the cleaners can come in and start hoovering up and clearing up litter and spilt drinks and stuff like that and whatever. And we can also have the people. I don't know if we can call them right now, can we? No, not catering. Additional services, lavatory service. You can even request a de-ice as well, but obviously we don't need that. So
lavatory service has been requested.
So this is basically just to get the things cleaned out. So in the meantime, we can go to. Actually, let's go. Yeah, let's go here. And ground service. Okay, we've done that. Let's get rid of that and that and that and that. It's reopened those again. I don't know why. It's finished. Okay, well they're closed now. Yeah, so there's the guy with the shittiest job in airlines. Quite literally. Where's the stairs? Are they still on? Okay, let's see if we can get rid of those. I've been doing that. I've been trying to close 1L, but you weren't letting me. There we go. Right, so this guy's got the worst job in the world, hasn't he? Just hope it's just pipes that don't burst. God, can you imagine that happening? Just being the emptying the lavatory guy, and the pipe just. Oh God. He's getting a shit deal, isn't he? And then you've got to empty the truck. Wait, that's not. Oh, I'm going to slow it down a bit. They're not glass domes on the top, so you can have a look in, are they? No, not really. I like how it's in Turkish and then it's in English. Oh well, that's the toilet's emptied. First time I've done that. Now the water service, I don't know if that is to drain or to put the water in. And I think we're still on ground power here, so let's see if we can see this. We'll probably see it mostly on the front wheel. Up, down, down, down. Oh no, it's too enclosed to see it. No, I was going to put the brake fans on, you know, what cools the brakes, but you can't see on those front, at least not on the front wheels, you can't see the movement of the fans. Ah, here you can. I think, let's go this side because it will be brighter. But I think while the plane has got the GPU on, that we should still be able, oops, we should still be able to see the fan, the brake fan working. Has it engaged? Oh no, it hasn't. Yeah, I wonder why. It hasn't lit up either. And that is the brake fan, I'm pretty sure. Are we connected at all? Hold on, what the hell? No ground power. Oh great, so the batteries are draining. Can we have the GPU on, please? I never told you to disconnect that. Okay, now do we have the brake fan? Yes. So I'm not sure whether this cools on the front as well. I would think so. But it's not visual on the front, only on those. But yeah, that's just for cooling the brakes when you land, because they can get hot on some landings. I don't think the front even has it. No, it's just on the rears then. Yeah. Oops, so we can turn those off. Don't worry about the beeps. That's just me starting the plane up again and it doesn't know what the hell's going on. So there's the brake fans turned off, and now I can also jump out on foot. But there is a third person view, but I don't remember how to get into it. I can crouch and I can run, and I do have feet. Just literally for inspecting the plane. Looks like I didn't turn some lights off. So this is our ground power. N2. And going back to N1, I think this is the N1. Yeah, good flight. Okay, so there we go. Everybody's off, and the toilets have been emptied. So before I shoot off, guys, I want to show you one thing. But that was good. It was an interesting flight, to say the least. Yes, it was interesting. All right, let's get this out to the world. Right, if we change now to SHU. Oh no! Don't tell me it's not here. Oh, did I only install it into 2020? Oh, shenanigans. I have the space shuttle, and it has its own missions as well. Do you know, I got this Typhoon and I've only flown it once. Damn. It's, how do you class it? I mean, it's a glider on the way down, isn't it? But it's a rocket on the way up. But the space shuttle does glide back. It's not an aeroplane or anything. Yeah, there's the 350, look. But this thing is... I need to learn how to fly it. But if you want to see it, I can show you it. I'll just pick it for now. And let's go. How big is this African airport? Let's zoom in. It's going to need to be a decent size. Well, not that I'll be taking off, I just need to plonk it somewhere. It's going to have to be either heavy or large. There. No cabin, I just realized I selected. Doesn't matter. You see the instruments on this one, how much more advanced they are than the Airbus A321 that we were just in. So there's our plane. So there is a very varied amount of time between the plane appearing on the airport there and zooming in. It can be anywhere from that amount of time to something a lot more. I haven't got any liveries on this one yet. Oops. So let's get in. Not a cheap plane, this, by the way. Frickin' expensive, but anyway. Look at this. You should see it when it's switched on. Oh, remember I said about the nav being all pretty and everything? Okay, so let me try and work out whichever key it is to get to the top here. Okay, let's start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. Right, so batteries. This is me just playing guesswork now. Batteries 1, batteries 2, emergency batteries 1 and 2 on as well. Ground power 1, ground power 2. It needs 2 ground powers to power it. Navigation set on. Cruise supply, and we're going to need that on as well. That's very similar to the A321. Arm the emergency exits. Come on then. What else? What else? That all looks actually fine. Put the wing lights on. Yeah, that's it. So we just wait for the nav to come on. I don't know how long that's going to take. 5 minutes. Not too bad. So we have power, we got the parking brake on and ADS-B traffic on. Is that like TCAS? But look at this. This is all touchscreen stuff, guys. Look. So we have our active, and we got the flight plan here. Like loading up SimBrief and stuff, I don't even know yet. I have to sit through tutorials and find out. And then we've got our position, which is normally the first thing you'd be putting in to tell it where you are. But I don't know where you... I mean position, right? Is that report? Would it be report? It's based on the sat nav as well, but normally maybe it doesn't do it on this. Maybe you don't tell it your position. Maybe it's clever enough to know. But it does need the IRS to be aligned before it can do any of this. Ah, so this is your GPS position, estimating position. I don't know what the hell all this is. It's very advanced. Ah, here we go. So you don't have to put it in manually anymore? Like normally you would tell it, I'm at this airport, I'm on this runway, and it would know from those two things your GPS coordinates. It's not asking for that here though. These are the two GPS positions it's going to pick up once they're online, and it will use that then. Display position sensors. Wow. This is so much more advanced. So you've got IRS. Okay. You've got 3 of those, obviously for triangulation, I guess. The accuracy of your GPS, which is important, because if it's within 3 meters, 2 meters. If it starts to get like really high, then yeah, it's not good. I think you have to do it visuals then, don't you? You have to use visuals if your GPS goes out, or at least you use different instruments. I don't know. Ah, these are your VOR frequencies, and what about these? It's so different, Jesus. I mean, it's cool though. Right, so in it would be the first page I would go to, and that takes us to here. So it looks like this is all familiar, this is all cool, but this looks like the IRS alignment, sorry, the GPS positioning from the alignment here is all automatic. Once this is done in a minute, it should put our coordinates up on here then. It's going to be interesting. This one's got a 0 and an X, noughts and crosses. H. It's, yeah, when you see the map, it looks really cool. It should show all the buildings and the alignment and everything. It's really nice. So much more advanced than the A320. Yes, I'm aligning. Come on. Get it done. Pick up the satellites. Air data. Captain on backup. First officer on backup. FMS. Nice. And we have utilities here as well. But this is where I need to... I'm pretty sure I've got it logged on to my Navigraph account. And it's got my SimBrief ID. But I think I can get my flight plan onto here. But it's getting it into here that I don't know if it does it directly. If it doesn't, then we have to put the flight plan in manually, which is not a big deal. It's just a little bit of a faff on, really. So this should line up momentarily. But look at the size of this. You don't appreciate how big this is until you put it up next to the A321. It's freaking massive. Okay, it's online. 0.1 nautical mile deviation from position 1. So, position, monitor. This is where it says we are. don't know what GNSS is. I'll have to look up that. Okay, where's the clear button? Is that good accuracy? Is that, oh, that's meters, right? It better be, because if that's miles, we're screwed. If that's 4 miles accuracy, we've had it. Yeah, meters. Oh, it displays it here as well, look. Oh my god. Oh, hello, where's the airport? Oh, it's not showing it here. Why? Normally it does. Airport map loading. There we go. Oh, it's just, there you go. It was just the dial that was in the wrong place. Can we not have it centered up? Yeah, you see, you can even do stuff with this, look. It's mental. This plane is just so much more advanced. If I bring this in now, there you go. Right, you see how much more detail you get here? Oh, it's not moving. It's not letting me hold it. You can see all your taxiways here, look. So when you get assigned, you know, Sierra, Tango, blah 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 and all that, you can actually see it here. I don't think it'll show you the route, but at least you can see all the taxiways visually, which is amazing. That's really cool. I'm just surprised it doesn't keep the plane in the center of the display, and whether there's a way to do that. And I don't know what BV does. If I had the flight sim option on, you know, what it pops up the dialogue and tells you what it does. I'm sure I'd find out. I don't know what that is. So we have weather finally on this one, which I don't know if it's working. Terrain and traffic. Nice. It'd be lovely to have those on the A321. Okay. Oh. This is a nice plane. I really want to learn how to fly this thing. And what about back here? No, I think we can speed this up. We go into camera. We know we're in cockpit. If we go to free look speed, I like to keep it at 10 because otherwise when you spin your view around, it's way too fast. Will it let me go beyond the curtain? Yeah, no cabin. See, we got the no cabin version. But trust me when I say she's a big old girl. Quite a bit bigger than the plane we were just in. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to learn to I mean, once I've got the how to get the sim brief thing in. Oh, here we go again. Oh, I know why. It's because the camera resets to 0, doesn't it? Me something. Whatever. Yes. Once I can get the flight plan into here, then the rest, it doesn't look too difficult, like compared to, like it's going to be the exact same procedure as the 321. It's just knowing how to do those procedures on this plane. That's all it is. Because this is going to be the same. You know, you've got the initialization, you've got your flight plan, And then you've got your, is there a page 2 here? It won't be the same, will it? It'll be different. It's probably going to be on a drop down or something. And then you go into the performance settings and you put your V speeds in, whether you're doing toggle or flex. We've been doing flex. Toggle is basically just full throttle, straight out. You can turn these on and off from here as opposed to... Oh, actually no, I think this is just you telling the plane. Like if I put anti-ice engine and wing on, that's not turning them on, that's just telling the computer what to expect, right? What was it number again? 4? Yeah, the anti-ice here is here. So it's not you physically turning them on. It's just you telling the plane this is the configuration we're going to be flying up in. Then you've got your throttle reduction, noise, cancel noise, Jesus. So yeah, all this is very familiar. Your flap setting, it's only got the 3. If we're flying flex though, does this... Okay, so this part is fine. Oh yeah, it's not going to load my A321 plan in. No, should we try something? See what we can do? But we're not. Where are we anyway? Let me see where we are. I don't even know where to fly to though. That's the problem. Not that I will be flying. Here we go. So we are in airport DNAA. Okay. So let's just do new flight. Airline, I don't know. ABC or ABC, doesn't matter. 2627 departing from DN. AA, going to Madrid. Yeah, let's do Madrid. That's going to be quite a distance. EMD, I think it is. And the aircraft is an Airbus A350-1000. That's a long frickin' flight. 5-hour block time, so about 4.5-hour flight there. There's the INI builds, and that'll be enough. Just generate that. And now it should. There we go. It's imported it. Look at these rich people. Can we import this set? Does it import? Oh no, yeah, we've got the kilos and the pounds. We need to change this to kilos. That's going to be done in the settings then. Yeah, my sim brief is set to kilos, this is set to pounds, so we'd have to change that. Oh, are these all the charts? And they're color coded. Okay, let's go to Madrid. They're all color coded. Oh, it's to know which ones are the arrivals and procedures and stuff. Alright, so the Navigraph's working then. Wait a minute. This isn't Navigraph. Where's it getting this from? Yep, Adolfo Suarez, that is The name of the airport, I've been there. This isn't Navigraph. Where is it getting these charts from? So you don't even need a Navigraph subscription. This isn't a Navigraph chart. Not to me anyway. That looks completely different to what I'm used to. Yeah, that's not Navigraph. It's getting it from somewhere else. Does it say? Chart. No, just chart version ID. Lufthansa Systems charts. Yeah, that's not Navigraph. Does it have Navigraph though? Okay, this is just doors. Takeoff performance. It's not syncing anything up with Navigraph, with SimBrief. Oh, here we go, sync SimBrief. But this isn't right. Oops, that's because I pressed tab. When I say sync it, oh, okay, now it's done it. So you can compute now? Yeah. And you can send it to the FMS. All right. Oh, lovely. It's got the, okay, so it hasn't, it's put them there, but it hasn't input them. If I click on it though, oh, it doesn't do it automatically. Okay. I'll have to use this. Alright, cool, but what about my route? What about my flight plan? Can you get that onto here? Normally, I do it on the init, and there is the flight plan request here. But doesn't it require the route? Yeah, see, oh, it's received. Okay, so now we have a drop down, insert. Oh baby! That's it then. That's the flight planning, yes? Oh, look at that! Okay, now I know how to do it. So, here then, and departure. Oh, look at all this, man. Step altitudes as well, so departure, runway, oh look at this, it's all Digi 22, via, I'm making all this up by the way. Yep, DNA 22 now, that's caused a discontinuity, probably because I selected the wrong, the wrong way. And then into Madrid, we can arrive. It doesn't say whether it's ILS or not, but the charts will do that anyway. So, right. Here we go. ILS Zulu. Okay. Via. Oh, this is nice, man. And using the star like that. So the via's gone. It doesn't work with that. There we go. Oh, that is sweet. Discontinuity is because I'm picking all the wrong items. That's nice. So it does do it nice and easy. And then on here, does it then show, oh, what have I just done? Does it then show the flight path? Yeah, there it is. It's going out, look. Oh, and you've got your altitude thing. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I've got to fly this plane, guys. Not now. I have to fly this plane. That's really cool. So look at the way the runways are displayed. And what about stepping through? How do we do that? Here? No, this is going via page. How do we step through the flight plan? Normally you engage the plan mode, which we have. Is it this? Let's have a look. I don't know how to do it. It is, okay. No, this is going page by page, I think. Is it? Not sure. Oh no, it's not. It's going down one by one. But this isn't moving. Center on aircraft. Yes, nice. But it's not moving. It's not moving this in accordance with this. And in plan mode, that's what I'm used to it doing. In fact, there's no green line coming out of here at all. I know we've got a discontinuity here, but can it be cleared like on the A320? So clear. Oh, we can just delete it like this, look. That's a little bit easier. So we're taking off from runway 22, but there's no line going out. What happened to it? Is it because we're not in this mode? Okay. Could be that then. Maybe because we were in zoom mode. Hello. Look at this, what you can change on every single route, on every single waypoint. Holy crap. There we go. There we go. Ah, but this is going down per page. Alright, so how do I... Well, first, can you go away, please? Right, so how do I go down step... Oh, buggeration. Step by step. Would it be this? So instead of this, which is page, would it be this? Okay, what about up? Looks more like it, doesn't it? Let's zoom out and get a more accurate idea of what's going on. So so this is, we did Bay Garbo. The GATAS should be next in the center. Yep, perfect. Okay, I think I've sussed out enough to be able to fly this thing. I'm expecting an iPad here, but there isn't. It's all done here. Right, okay, and we can sync the departure information with the computer as well. Nice. And we've got landing performance as well, which I don't really use this. And the charts, well, okay, I guess we've got two alternatives. We can use Navigraph, and I can do it that way, or, you know, we can use these particular charts. As long as they've got the same information, it's fine. 7,000 is the last altitude here. Wow. What the hell is the airport elevation? See, on Navigraph, if I want to find out the runway elevation, I know exactly where to look. On this, though, that's the ILS, and this is the Morse code for it. Yeah. I mean, I have a number 54 here, but that can't be right. Is it this? And decision altitude, where's that? It's completely different. I would certainly want to use Navigraph on this if possible. Which I think it is, because I'm pretty sure this tablet asked me for my Navigraph info. But this is not Navigraph. D4 is a waypoint where you'd be at 3,340. These are your decision altitudes then, right? Depending on your category. Is this it? 2,200 then? Okay, so what's the elevation? And what's the difference between the runway elevation and the decision altitude? How much is the difference? See, this is information I'm used to knowing. I want to check this out on Navigraph now because I am very curious. Let's have a look at see what Navigraph says about this. So this is Madrid ILS approach 18 right, is it? Yeah, ILS Zulu 18 right approach. Okay. Let's take a look at Navigraph instead and we'll see what that says. Okay, I have to do a software update apparently. Let me just quickly do that. Okay, that's in. So, Navigraph. Okay, trying to bring it up on the screen here for you guys. There we go. Alright, so the chart we want is Madrid. And we want the approach chart for ILSZ runway 18. It was 18, right, wasn't it? Right, so it's 7,000 as it said. D4. Now the chart we were looking at gave the altitude at D4 of 3,340 feet. Navigraph reports it as 3,233 feet. Right, so there's the runway, 1991. That's the runway elevation, and the decision altitude is, I think it's going to be, I think we're category C. We might be category D because it's a big plane. I don't know, is that right? So it's, anyway, let's say it's 200 feet above. So I would go with 2191. So 2191 and 1991 are numbers I would like to see here. So where is decision? Sorry, runway is 1991 above altitude. Ah, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's the altitude above sea level. What a place to put it. I suppose if you know where to look, though, right? Oh God Almighty. So these are all your D waypoints coming in, I guess. Yeah, 14.9. This is how many miles out from the runway. 7,000 feet. We know that D4 is 3,340, but D5 is 3,670, and D2, which would be closer in, would be 2,7. So this is kind of your descent profile, I suppose, based on 3 degrees. So this is your, right, okay, TDZ. Okay, that makes sense then. And then the the decision altitude was reporting at 200 above, which was 2191. Now it's saying here 22. That's not a big difference. That's 9 feet difference. That's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. And then the other one is 2202 for category D, and this says 2210. So it's not exactly the same as Navigraph, but the difference is there's 8 foot difference here, which again, it wouldn't make it hardly any difference. It's not worth worrying about. So the numbers are not quite the same as Navigraph, but it did get this 7,000 fix in. That's fine. That's fine. I'm good with that. So yeah, if you don't want to spend, what is it, £9 a month on a Navigraph subscription, then this is brilliant. You could just use this. It's got everything in there. You've got your SIDs for this airport as well, day and night. Okay, not quite sure what the difference. Oh, okay. I think maybe they've got different rules if you're coming in at night and day. Navigraph doesn't have night and day different ones that I know. Barajas. Yep. Yeah, I landed in there. I took off from Bilbao in the north of Spain, landed in Barajas airport, and yeah, it's a decent airport. It's all right. I was only in it very briefly. Okay, well that's cool that it's got its own charts. I like that. So my flight plan should be here. Yeah, no, but where's the thing? Where's the actual plan? No, where's the words, the written words? Does it not have flight operations menu? Ah, here, OFP. There we go, written words. I thought that you could have it somewhere. Oh, does it take you to the appropriate paragraph? Damn, it does. Wow, if you want your sim brief wind info, just bang, straight away. Top of climb. Oh, I like that. I'd like to have that in all planes, please. Fueling summary. The routing. Oh, this is so much better than having to look for things. Times and weights. Flight log. Dude, all planes should be doing this for the sim brief flight plan. Ugh, I like that. This is nice. The terminal chart, we know. En route. Don't know what this is quite going to look like when we're flying, but it looks kind of cool. Oh, look at this. Oh, this looks like what Navigraph does. But is this Navigraph? Probably not. I don't know. Like I say, I'm pretty sure this tablet does ask you for your Navigraph details. You have to do that thing, you know, the QR code you have to scan. And here, look guys, bird strike. Remember I was saying, simulate the failure of a single engine due to bird strike. Once enabled, the situation cannot be reset and the flight must be restarted. So you would have to, I guess, enable them first and then click bird strike. And then at some point you're going to get a bird strike on your mission. And look at this, GPS jamming. Simulate failure of both engines. You can do this in many planes, by the way. You've got all these you've got these things popping up, so it's not just this plane that can do this. So getting the, I'm not going to do it, but getting the engine started, is it similar procedure? It is. It's very similar, except what we got. Ah, look at that. So ignition and then bang. Emergency cancel. Okay, not quite sure what it cancels. Here's our radios, all digital. That little wheel, a little wheel, so you put your ball of your hand on there, you've got a thumb button, 2 thumb buttons, and a wheel to turn. Does it turn? Oh, what does it do? Oh, it's the zoom on the frickin' screen. Well, hell damn and blast, look at that. Is it zooming or is it, no, it's stepping through the flight plan. It's stepping through the flight plan. It's the equivalent of your up and down arrows. Okay, and what is this? Is this simulated? No. No, those buttons are not simulated. Oh man, this is some plane, eh? Would you trust a plane that's got more tech? Or do you prefer it a little bit more simplified, somewhere in the middle, but not too simple? Yeah, that's EFB. Can you go the other way? Avionics. I don't know what that is. Takeoff threshold. This is, this. Oh, is the flaps going to work here? I've just put the flaps down one, or tried to, but I'm not sure if it's going to work because we're only on ground power, and I don't know if it can do it on ground power. I don't think it can. This droop is normal, by the way. It's because the hydraulics are not on. They're not the flaps, though. These are the flaps here. Look at the back wheels, though. This is a very well modeled aircraft, by the way. Let's take a look around, I'll show you. They've done a really bang up job on this plane. But I have not yet flown it since I got it. Ooh, brake fans. I'm assuming they're animated. I have no clue. I also have no clue where the switch to turn them on is. But if it's in the same place as the Airbus A321, okay, they're on. Ooh, I hear them. I hear them. Do we see them? Yeah. These engines are, they're kind of big radius, but they look really small, like this way, don't they? I'll bet they can produce some frickin' power. Christ. Okay. Put your anti-skid on. Runway condition, braking action. No idea. Auto brakes, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Because normally you would have a low, medium or maximum auto brake setting. This one you just turn it on and I guess it just works it out. You would have maximum on takeoff and low on landing. I guess it must work that out. Wow. It's fascinating. The technology in this plane is absolutely fascinating now. But okay. I'll get some liveries for it, guys. I'll go to flightsim.to and grab some liveries for this thing. I think I actually have some. I just picked the white one. Yeah. Okay. I'll get this one flown. Look at all the sensors and the pitot tubes and stuff. Yeah. Okay, we'll get this thing flown. Guys, anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We did have a good flight, and yeah, I'll pick it up. Next time I'm going to see if we can fly this thing. It's very interesting. I will be learning it as I go along. What is this, a wet wipe? It is. It's one of those bacterial wipes. Okay. Sure. Look at this plane. Holy Christ. Yeah. Right. Guys, I will catch you next time. Anyway, thank you for stopping and giving me your time, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll sign off for now, and I'll catch you on the next stream. Until then, take care everyone, and bye for now.